Bingo. What's up, y'all? We back for episode 3, Saturday Night Saturday Night Nerds live streaming podcast. And I got my boy, Mac, your boy, with me. Emperor King Will.
What up?
Yes, sir.
Special guest Gibby in the house.
What up? What up? What up?
And it's a great show for y'all tonight. We're gonna be talking mad trash. So if y'all want to get in the comment section and act a fool with us, and tonight's gonna be a little controversial. We got 4 topics, and it's gonna be all chaos. So without further ado, I'm gonna play the intro so y'all can jam out with us real quick. And the show starts now.
Is the best thing what? Exactly.
Let's go. How y'all feeling
It's
tonight?
time.
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling well. My body wise, I'm in a lot of pain, but
Ooh.
you know, my spirit is in good shape. You know,
That's what I'm talking about. How you doing tonight, Gibby?
Man, everything is live over here, man. I'm in sunny California, and it's good.
And it never rains, I heard.
Nah, that's in Southern California.
Yeah.
It rains every so often up here. Sometimes it's dreary, but I'm in wine country, so I can't complain too much.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Raphael couldn't sing a song for y'all.
No.
Let's see. So tonight we're gonna be talking about Euphoria, Elden Ring, Matt Reeves, the Batman, and hentai, or whichever order is the most convenient for y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the first topic rolling, and we got to discuss Euphoria season 2. Well, season 1 as well. So we can turn up on both. Let's see. What's your thoughts on what you saw this season, Matt?
Bro, first let me just say, this is not a show that I thought I was going to get into, right? Because I remember before it came out, they had the little trailers and whatnot for it. Like, the only thing I knew was Zendaya was in it, right? And I'm just like, go ahead, girl, do your thing. I'm gonna support you, but I don't know if I'm gonna watch the show. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. But my wife was watching it, and I think it was like towards episode 6, 7, like towards the end of season 1. And I just happened to come in the room, and she was watching it, and I forget what I saw, but I was just like, damn, this show is wild. Like, is all episodes like this?
She was like, what you saw.
She was like, yeah, all the shows is wild like this. And I was just like, all right. So then it turned into like a guilt. Like, it was one of them things, like, I had to make sure everybody was fucking asleep. Like, I didn't want nobody walking in the room and I'd be watching it, and one of them scenes pop up, So like my wife would go to work. She worked like the 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift. So she'll go to work. My youngest will go to sleep. The other 2 kids will be asleep. And I'm just like, let me watch a couple episodes. And I just mess around and watch like 4. And I'll be like, oh my God, I got work the next day. But so like after season 1, how season 1 ended, I was like, man, that was a little bit too much. I don't know if I could fuck with it. And then like they started talking about season 2. I was just like, I can't wait for this motherfucker to come back. But yo, it because like as a parent, like I watch it different. As a parent, when you got kids like in that age group, you be looking at your kids when they be heading out to school, like, is this the shit y'all be doing? Is this the shit y'all be doing? Like, I know it's totally over exaggerated, but it's a guilty pleasure show. Like, I tell people, they're like, so Euphoria, is it something that I would like? I'm like, you just got to give it a try. Like, I can't honestly say, because there's a lot of sensitive topics, a lot of things that if you have experienced in your life, your outcome may be, or your outlook on the situations may be different. But I the one thing I will say is it's a show that when it gets its hooks in you, like you're in there. Like, I don't see how you can just watch that and just be like, nope. You watch a full season of that, like it's got you. Gibbs will tell you, because he didn't know about it until what? Damn near season
halfway
through
the second the second season was halfway done, and it was bad because I HBO Max, I've been on it, and I saw it when it first came out 2 years ago, and so I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna watch that. That's Zendaya and whatever. So I've been like holding out, and then I heard Mac and them talking about season 2, right? And I was like, eh. And so finally I said, let me try and watch season 1. And so I was like, whoa, hold up. And then there was a couple of those scenes in which I was like, okay, there's too many coming at me. Dodge all of them. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Exactly. So I was like, no.
I don't want to take it.
Finally, I just said, okay, I'm gonna power through. Exactly. And when I tell you that I got hooked probably around the 3rd episode, I was like, are you kidding me? Man, real messy as hell.
I swear to God.
And then second season, what? That what got me was in first season was little man sitting inside the cooler, cold as hell. His brother out there handling business, and he out there distributing and telling Rue, I know you're lying because fans wouldn't do it. If I knew then what I know now, man. But second season started off with a bang, and I rode that one to the end.
Oh man,
it
was one of those shows that come around once in a lifetime. You miss out on it, you did yourself a disservice. Oh my God, we got to make sure
that
you think Emperor catch up eventually. What's that?
What you think about it? Like, did you watch it from when it first started, or did you jump on late?
I jumped on late, like when everybody was just about halfway done with Euphoria. I was in season 1, and I cleared that so fast, dude. I don't even know what I was doing, but I got through all 8 episodes so quick, and then I was like, all right, I'm ready to see what the hype for season 2 was, and I was impressed by the way they told the story for each individual person. And the first 2 episodes of season 2 was about my 2 favorite characters. Like episode 1, Fezco, and his whole backstory with his grandma being the gangsta ass drug dealer. I was like, Jesus. And then episode 2 was all about Lexi, and I was like, she's the coolest chick in the whole show. Everybody shipping her and Fezco together, and I was just like, this is the couple that I need right here. I gotta see those 2 link up and get together if things pan out for them. But
which made the finale of season 2 that much more, or like the last 3 episodes when she started ramping up the play and stuff like that. But I think the show is getting a lot more credit and a lot more eyes on it because Zendaya won a Emmy for Best Leading Actress for this role. And I think, like, after watching this season, bro, that one episode where she wakes up and finds out her mom got rid of her stash.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Bro, you can't tell me that they didn't have to, like, do multiple. Like you can't tell me the cast did not need to go take an emotional break after, because I was watching that thing and I was hurt for these people, man. I was like, yo, she's spazzing on her mom like this, like, bro, like that was probably the most realistic. Like, and I've been around people who were on drugs, right? I've never seen nobody who is as addicted to drugs as Rue plays, which is Zendaya's character in this show. But I was just like, as somebody who is caring for the person who is that mad, and they are just losing it, and all you can do is just be like, you know, I love you too much to let you throw your life away like this. And you just sitting there and you're just taking it, because you have to realize it's not this person talking, it's the drugs and the chemical and all that stuff, man. And that whole scene, I was hurt. And then like she was legit yelling, "Where the fuck are the drugs?" And then you hear Jules in the front of the house, "We flushed them." And you could, the instant, like, my girl is here. I said all of this shit and my girl is here.
Yeah.
And then she tried to flip it and make it like it's their fault and all this stuff. Like that shit, I've seen that where like the person who is getting the intervention or whatever tries to blame everybody else for their shit, right? And that's what she was trying to do, is deflect it. That whole scene, I was like, bro, if this show don't get some awards and if Zendaya don't win, like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not watching a whole lot of scripted TV shows and stuff, but her performance this season, I'm just like, she has to be nominated. She has to be nominated. I don't know if she'll win, but she got to be nominated.
What's even more chilling about that episode and that scene you're talking about is later on when her mom's having the conversation with her, and her mom says, I gotta let you go. Yeah, I can't worry about you. If you're gonna kill yourself, you're gonna kill yourself. I have to devote everything I have now to your sister. And she was like, "You're not gonna stop me. You're not gonna." And she was like, "No, you do what you want to do. You do what you need to do. I wash my hands of you." And I said,
as a parent to say that, bro.
Yes.
Hard.
Yes. That's a hard thing to know that your daughter, you know, and her crying at the end of that episode saying that, you know, my daughter's got to get into a rehab because if not, she's going to kill herself. And then going to that.
Yeah.
That's rough.
That's some next
I think
level
one of the
stories.
main things that draws me to the show is how well the composer for the show, artist named Labyrinth, how him and I think the director, the writer, I think Sam Levinstein or whatever, how well they mesh. How well they mesh. Because the music for this show, man, I swear, I'm just like, I have never been this thirsty for a soundtrack to a TV show. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like when season 1 was done, like I jumped on the soundtrack, and then season 2, like he has some original scores in that, and they haven't put the soundtrack for season 2 out yet. But I'm just like, this dude Labyrinth, and then like in one of the like bonus, like after the episodes, they're just like they went ahead and gave this man a full studio inside or where they record and film at, so he can produce while I'm just like, bro, come on, man. I've never heard of Labyrinth until Euphoria, and I'm just like, bro, I'm just whatever this man does, I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a talented ass dude, man.
Yeah, he was even in one of the episodes. He was in the church, and Rue came up and
he was the one singing.
And he was singing to her, and I was like, "Oh, that's Labyrinth."
I cried when because it was like her talking to her dad, and you could see how. Oh my god.
Yeah, that got me too, bro.
I was about to fold. I don't know how I didn't fold.
I'll be sitting up here and I'll watch it while my wife is in the office working or some stuff like that. And I'm glad. Sometimes I watched it when she went to the office, because if she came in there, she'd be like, "What the hell wrong with you? You looking like a whole little bitch up in here." Because I'll be up there like,
calling people out, man.
I'm glad my wife was at work when when that season finale came through, because
Oh my god,
I had all the emotions: anger,
bruh.
anger,
That
betrayal,
last
sadness.
episode,
Huh.
it revolved heavily around my favorite characters too, and it just, oh my god, I almost tapped out
So-
for sure.
So when you say favorite characters, like you talk about Fez and Ashtray, right? So are they both the same, or do you like one more than the other?
I like Fezco more than Ashtray for sure, because an Ashtray, like I joke around and be like, yeah, that's my son. I hope my son stay out of trouble this season. And whoo, he took a left turn. he took so many of them too. It's just like
He was
God,
trouble. He was trouble
That's,
this
that's a
season.
troubled young man. And Fezco couldn't do anything to stop him, and that was the horrible part. And
Oh, that hurt, bro.
what broke my spirit was like Fezco grabbed him and was like, "I did all of this, not you." And I was like, "He's gonna take the fall?
Wow, you gonna get Gibbs crying. You gonna
10
get Gibbs
toes
crying.
down? 10 toes down?"
Is this the episode where somebody cries?
Yes.
All
Yeah,
three
I'm
grown
talking
men
about
you
on
see
the
on the screen with you
podcast.
right now. All three of us.
Hold it.
Hey,
Hold
All
it.
three of us,
if
bro.
we don't get no, hey, y'all
I'm
gotta
tearing
y'all
up
gotta
right
be
now,
in here
man.
to see it, man.
This
Y'all
ain't
gotta
no
be in here to
joke.
see it.
Yeah,
This is real
Euphoria is
time.
maximum empathy. Like you
Real
gotta
time
be
grown
able
man
to feel for
crying.
these characters because they.
Because there was thug tears, Will. Because
Yeah,
it
I
was
know,
thug
I
life
know.
that
I'm
they
just
was
saying,
living.
like, this is
But
the
at the same
episode,
time, like,
man.
I don't want to spoil too much stuff, but when you, Deontay, you said it. The first 2 episodes of this season gave you backstory for these 2 characters. When you see how they came up, like they really had no childhood. They was brought up in the drug game. Fez, he saw how his dad was or whatnot, so he was trying to be that for Ashtray. So Ashtray was like, he says his little brother and stuff. Low key, that's more like a father-son type relationship. man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the fact that knowing that Ashtray had always been off, the reason why they call the dude, they don't even know the kid's name. They call him Ashtray because he was eating cigarette butts out the
Oh,
ashtray.
God dang.
Yep.
So that was why they were calling him Ashtray, and he calls him Ash, and just the I've been doing I read a lot of books,
Yeah.
watch a lot of movies, a lot of TV. For me to get invested like this in a character off of 2 seasons,
Oh,
and when I mean 2 seasons, 2 quick seasons, I watched both seasons within probably a 2-week period.
Dang.
Yeah.
Because I was grinding like that.
How many episodes in a season?
8.
8.
I was on it.
That's
Like my wife would
They're
say,
hour
"You
long
watch too
each."
much TV." But for me to get that invested in those characters like that, it was Ashtray. And I'm gonna tell you, I was looking at old pictures of my youngest, and there are pictures. I'll have to show y'all. I'll put it up on the Saturday Night Nerds, a screenshot of me and my. Well, if y'all look at my Comic Wars thing,
Yeah.
there are parts where my son, when he had his hair shorter and back
Right.
away from his face, he and Ash have similar facial expressions and patterns. And I didn't notice that until I was looking at some pictures last night, and I was like, maybe that's me tripping. But when I tell you, man, I was hurt.
So that hit you even more, man.
Man.
That hit you even more.
Ashtray is all of 12 years old in this street life too. He look it too. Like he's probably like a little bit older, like 14, 15. Like he's in real life, he's like a Olympic athlete or something like that. And he's been getting roles in other
MMA
TV
fighter or some
shows.
shit like that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
this dude
Yeah,
is
he's trying to do a lot.
the body of
he's
a
in
man.
Another show. He's in another show I like called Utopia, and
Oh, man.
I actually saw Utopia.
Is that on?
before I
That's the one
saw-
on Amazon, right?
Yes, and I was telling you,
I heard
Deontay,
about
that's a show to get into. It's trippy.
Hey, okay, I need to watch that.
Yeah, but he's. I was looking for similarities, and he's there's a little bit there, but he's different,
Yeah,
and
that's
so
a
I'm like,
small little
all right,
dude.
cool. and he was even younger in Utopia. And so I was like, all right, I'm with that. And yeah, he's playing in another movie called The Samaritan, which is a superhero flick. And that comes out in August. And then he's going to be in the Umbrella Academy season 3.
Yeah. He's a legend. He's a legend in the making right there.
Bruh.
That's what's up, man.
Dude,
So let me ask y'all this. Before, like, if I need to hear this before we get to the next joint. Deontay, I need you to give me, I think we already know your favorite characters. Let me know your least favorite character, or the character you like, man, I can't wait for this motherfucker to be gone.
man, you know what's crazy is like a couple, I had a top 5 and it rotated a little bit, but a couple characters that stayed in the same place. Rue never left the number 5 spot because she was a piece of work. But I loved her regardless. Fev stayed in the number 1 spot, and Lexi stayed in number 2. But the person who left my list was Cassie. Oh, when she was on that stage, it was like, if I gotta be the villain, then I will. She became the villain instantly in my book, and I was like, no, don't you. And then Maddie took her spot. Maddie was like,
Maddie moved up.
She took her high heels off. I knew it was over. Maddie's gonna kill this bitch. She took her high heels off, and it was a long time coming when she got on that stage. It was like, oh, and everybody in the audience was the exact same reaction as our reaction. I was like, dang, Ruby's enjoying this too. Like, Ruby's in the audience. Like, yo,
Rue, Jules, all of them, man.
Yeah. My least favorite would probably be Nate. I say it's Nate. Like, he had his turning point, but he still did some evil shit. The nicest thing he's done in the entire series, he had to do something evil to make that happen. Like, you pointed a gun at old girl to get a disc back.
Oh man,
dude, you traumatized the living shit out of
her. That emotional abuse that man did.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, damn, he's about to threaten to shoot her. He's like, no, I'm gonna shoot myself in front of you. And she was like, yo, the disc is over there. He tried to come back and be like, he tried to come back and do the, you know, I love you. She was like, bro, don't touch me. And I think like, I think that let him know that he can't just jump back and get back with her. You know what I'm saying? Because that was their thing. They break up, get back together, break up, get back together. But then after that shit happened, he went all in with Cassie. And then again, shout out to your girl Lexi. She put his ass on blast in that play.
Oh my god.
He was big man.
The whole dance.
Yo, it was like a full 5-minute musical. I was like, yo.
That was hilarious.
Like the behind the scenes, like the choreographer did an interview at the end. He was like, I hope it offends somebody because I really don't care.
Yeah.
It sure did.
The choreographer was on demon time.
Yeah, he was.
I taught him everything I knew.
He was like, this HBO, right? We can do whatever the fuck we want, right? All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Say no more.
Say no more.
But yeah. So that's what tripped Nate out to be mad at Cassie. Like, your sister just embarrassed me. We're fucking done. And then Cassie moved in with Nate like 2 days before. So she like,
I ain't got nowhere to go.
Just fucked up my whole life. Yeah, that's when she spazzed out. But Nate is by far the one I want to disappear. Like every time they do something to progress his storyline, I'm like, man, fuck this dude, man, get rid of his ass. You know, like he's done. He's done. You know,
waiting for it.
Yeah,
I was like, his day of reckoning coming. I know it.
Right. For me, it's Nate and Jules. You know, like, and I got nothing against Jules, but I'm just like, I know like she plays a big part in Rue's life, but for I don't know. Like it's a weird thing. Like it's hard for me to explain why Jules is like one of my least favorite characters in the show. I actually like the dude they introduced. I forget his name.
Elliot.
Elliot, yeah.
Yeah,
I like him better than Jules, and Elliot just showed up in this season. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a more interesting character than Jules. You know, like
absolutely.
I appreciate Jules for wanting what's best for Rue, you know, to do it, you know, come and tell her mom and all that stuff. And then at the end of the play, she came and she was like, you know, I still love you, all that other stuff. And like, she wants to get back with Rue, but I think Rue is on her own journey, and I can't wait to see. Yeah, I can't wait to see season 3. But yeah, I think Elliot is in my top 5. Obviously, Fez is up there. Fez is probably my number 1 right now. I like Rue, Lexi, Maddie, and Elliot. Yeah, that's my 5 right there.
Yeah,
Nate gotta go
for me.
Nate gotta go. All right. My number 1 road dog is Ash. 10 toes down. Hey, look. Say what you want. Yeah, the little monster. R.I.P. And there's so much other stuff that's out there that, like, when they went in the first episode, the second season, and they find the Mouse's dealer, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody else shaking in their boots. Everybody else doing all that stuff. When old boy was walking by, Ash was staring him down like, what? You know, he was like, what? Like, you step wrong, and I'm gonna dead all of y'all. And I was like, okay, that kid. And then when they took him into the back, and he came back, he was like, whatever. I said, okay, this kid is a soldier. That's it. Him butt stroking Cal. Cal was like, hey, you can't. He was like, bah, bam, bam, I mean, even Fez was like, hey, Ash, chill. And Ash looked at him like, he telling me what I can't do. He ain't in no position. So,
even Fez tried to stop. He was like, yo, Ash, stop. One more.
I mean, even Fez called.
He was leaking, bro. He was leaking.
Yeah.
I just want the disc.
So who's the guy behind you?
Yeah, that's Fez right there, man.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
look at the man in the back, bro.
All right.
Fez is my number 2 because Mac, me and you talked about it. Yeah, like Deontay says, 10 toes down. When Fez was like, hey, you know, when Rue stole his grandmother's meds,
tried to take his grandma's pills,
and he was like, you gotta go, pulled him back, and he was like, you can't come around here no more. And he was like, I love you, Rue, but you can't be here. And he put her out, and he was just like, boom. And I'm sitting up here going, dang, man, this is his road dog. He knows how dirty she is, but he looked out for her with Mouse. He was always taking care of her, and for him to do that, because he understands, like he said, you an addict. You know, there's nothing. This ain't you. I know it's not you, but you are an addict, and you're gonna be who you are. He was probably the most real cat in this whole show because he understood everybody's place and where he fit. And like in the first season, when he told Nate, you come around them, you mess with them, and I'm gonna beat you down. And he did that. I mean, he did that.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly.
Season 2, episode 1.
He put them hammers to him.
Bro, so after talking to Lexi, he was like, well, I'll holla at you. Mink, mink, mink.
Hey, look. And what was so bad is, you notice he said, Ash, get the car. And Ash looked, and Ash knew exactly what was going on. Bam. Ash didn't have to say nothing. Ash was macking. Did y'all catch Ash was macking on the chick? The old and tall girl. And then when he said that, Ash grabbed up the book bag and was like, I'm out. Boom. And she was like, what? And he was like, I'm out. And he was ghosting. But Fez is my number 3. I would have to say my number 3. Fez is my number 2. My number 3. Lexi and Cassie's mom.
Oh, the mom?
Yes.
When she was in the
Howard?
audience. She was
Hey,
in the audience
listen.
clapping for her daughter.
Listen, the support that she had for both her girls, and until she was telling Cassie when she was doing wrong, again another real ass character, and she was like giving support throughout that whole play. That's what did it for me. She came up there and she was like, "That's supposed to be me? Oh, honey, you did a great job. Come on out here." She was all about both of them and trying to tell Cassie, stop. Number 4 for me is got to be Rue. Rue's in my four spot. And my 5th spot is what's their friend's name? The sex goddess.
Oh, you talking about Jules or
No, not Jules.
sex goddess?
The one who was doing the webcam, the OnlyFans.
Oh, Cat.
Oh,
Kat,
Anna.
yeah. You know, Kat took over her whole, persona, and she flipped it and changed. I didn't like how she did Old Boy who was for her, but again, Ethan, I understand that. She's evolving, she's growing, she's got to go through her journey, and her journey ain't with no vanilla type dude. And no knock against him, he's a good dude. She just for the streets, and it ain't for her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Cats was definitely for the streets for
I
sure.
like- She was trying to gaslight his ass too. I got a
Yeah,
brain
she
thing.
was.
And he was instantly caught onto the bullshit. He's like, bro, if you want to break up, just break up.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You're trying to break, like, bro, just do your webcam shit, girl. Live your life.
She messy,
Let
messy,
Ethan
but
be great, bro.
she in my number 5 spot until someone else knock her out. Now who gotta go? Of course, I'm with y'all. Nate gotta go.
Nate gotta freaking go.
Nate's a whole problem. He gotta go. Not for just that.
Ain't nobody said Cal. Nobody said Cal.
I was
Is there a dude
hold
that has
on,
to
I'm
go?
getting to it. Cal's already gone. Cal's gone. But in setting up Cal, he gave the police, like he said, everything. So I'm wondering if Jules is on that everything, that he gave, or he specifically left Jules out. That remains to be seen. But if my second to go is Cal. Yeah. And then Jules. Jules did some grimy shit.
So the backstory for Cal, that they gave in this season, it didn't let you feel anything towards him. Like, he's a messed up, confused dude.
No, he's not confused. I will not give him that. Now, messed up, yes. Yes. Fully closeted, fully closeted.
Yeah.
And I'll give that he didn't know that Jules was that young, but some part of me says he probably wouldn't have cared too much either. He might have just stopped recording. But his backstory lets me know this cat he's been living this double life. His wife knew it. She knew something else was going on. She just put a blinder to everything else out there. His backstory just lets me know there was other ways that he could have did his dirt and did that, and he tried to keep it away. But you got a whole ass office somewhere else. Why the hell you gonna leave your secret stuff in there where your kids regularly go? That's.
He did have it locked up. Nate was on some other shit. Like, Nate was on. I'm gonna break into this lock and get this shit so I can get this information.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, it's like it's like both, like that whole family. Like in the older brother that came out the room, I was just like, oh shit, he got another kid like this when he was peeing on the floor in his house, and then he showed up. What's dad doing? Like, what your grown ass doing in this house? Like, what you?
hey, that kid gonna be messed up because he didn't know none of this.
Nope.
Yeah,
He
it
was
was just
sitting there
between
like, the
Cal
fuck
and
is
Nate the
going
entire
on?
time.
He was the only one in the house not knowing what the fuck was going on.
Oh yeah.
The way
Oh,
the
yeah.
mom was talking
Oh,
shit to Nate the whole time after the dad left, it was like, oh, that conversation was rough. Like
Yeah, that whole family. I'm just like,
she really was in the know.
yeah.
She knew a lot about Cal, like before he even did that shit that night. And I was like, God, and Nate had to sit there and listen to that.
Nah,
I don't think they will ever come out right from all those conversations he's had to have with his parents.
Nate's funny.
No. So yeah, but Lexi, not Lexi, but Jules is on that list, and depending on how she goes next season, she may rise up because Jules did some foul shit.
Mhm.
You know, after Elliot was like, "Hey, I told on that, and I gave her the drugs. We've been doing drugs this whole time." She left and then came back and fucked old boy. Nah.
Mhm.
Nah.
Mhm.
And then you gonna be like, I love Rue? Nah. Mm-mm. You gotta step.
Man, that whole town fucked up.
Yes.
East
That
Lake,
whole high
wherever they
school.
are, the whole town fucked up, bro.
Whew.
I'm
You
like,
know, I
teenagers
asked
just
my
be out there
son-
just drinking. Like
I
Nate
talked
walked
to-
into the store, bought a 6-pack of, but cracked one open with his teeth, was drinking in the parking lot of the store. I'm just like, Nick, where is this happening?
My son is 16, right? And I talked to him,
Yeah.
right? I was like, "Are you watching Euphoria?" And he goes, "Dad, no." He said, "I watched the first episode and I can't get into that." I was like, "Good, good,
Good job, man.
good." But I talked to him and he's like, he tells me sometimes, Dad, yeah, I went to a party and I left and I was like, and
Ah, ninja.
and he
raised him
and
right.
he steps out, but
Yes, sir.
he let me know it is kind of like that, them cats
'Cause
are
when I
out
was
there.
that age, bro, if that stuff was happening around me when I was that age, I would have been all bro. Bro, let me in. Where the party at?
Yeah. That would have been me and Deontay. Hey, bro, we would have messed the party up, man.
Like me and Rue would have been in there like,
Ain't
where
gonna
that? Let's go.
Dude used to hate
It
us.
wouldn't just be Rue
Me and
getting that
Deontay
intervention.
from
We
the
all
party.
be getting one.
I'm telling you, because
Damn.
me and Deontay was
Like,
up in there.
damn,
We
Rue,
used
they
to
threw our
steal
shit
your
away,
girls.
Rue?
Like,
You
Rue, they threw our shit away?
intervention the whole high school.
yeah.
Oh man.
Them good old
I know we
days,
got
yo.
some more stuff to talk about. What's up next, man? What's up next?
All right, next topic is Elden Ring. So those of y'all not familiar with Elden Ring, that's on a lot of different systems. You got console, PC. It just came out this year, and it's already nominated for Video Game of 2022. And
Oh, dang.
it's an open world RPG. It's from like what the Dark Souls
Yeah,
series.
Souls series. They
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, like from the YouTube videos that I've seen, the gameplay footage and all that, like it looks incredible. Like the graphics, the storytelling, like it makes me want to go out and get a TV so I can play.
Right.
I've been living off a laptop this whole time, so it's time to upgrade.
Yeah.
But yeah, what y'all know about some Elden Ring? We'll start with Mac.
No, let's start with Will, because I know he's been waiting to jump in. He's just watching us double dutch the whole
Oh,
time
yeah.
during Euphoria, so I know he want to start talking. So
Oh,
hey,
absolutely.
Will, let us give us your thoughts on it, man, because I think of
All
all of
right.
us here, me
Like,
and you have played it, but I think you got more playtime on it.
Mhm.
I got 38 hours, yeah. But man,
Lord Jesus.
like off rip, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I have never been a Soul series fan, never played Dark Souls, none of that. And like I used to look at people when they would rage quit and whine about not completing a mission, not getting past the boss. I'm like, oh man, suck it up, delete the game or something, stop complaining. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I was I was grimy. I was being grimy with it, man. But after like a couple hours of playing this game, like off rip, you know what I'm saying? Like the open world it captures you, man. Like already it has you right then and there, and you can't go nowhere because it got you. I'm looking at the open world and I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. I've never seen an open world like that in my life, man. And the bosses, yeah, like out the gate, you get washed during a tutorial. Boss just a couple hits and it's over, man. And I'm like, okay, that was just part of the story. I'm gonna get the hang of this. I get to Margit, which is another boss. And this dude, okay, he beats me the first time. I'm like, I had a lack of flask, you know what I'm saying? I'm under level. I get my level up, I come back, he one-shots me again. I was like, ain't no way.
One shot?
Ain't no way. Third
Keep
time.
in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this dude is the first main boss. It's not like you're not supposed to fight him early.
The first main boss. Like,
He just outside waiting.
there's no way I'm getting watched like this, man. And after about 8 or 9 hours, 25 tries, 26, I finally, extended an olive branch and asked for help. You know what? I'm sorry. I need help. Help me. Please.
Swallow your pride, brother.
I had to, yes, bro. I got a newfound respect for people that play Dark Souls.
Soul type games.
Oh my God. The pain y'all had to go through. Like, Jesus Christ, free my people. That is oppression. But outside of that, man, I have fun with it. Meeting new people, you know what I'm saying? Playing co-op. Oh my God, dude. It's and the stuff, the shenanigans that you do, you know what I'm saying? Especially with co-op. These dudes sought me up. They knew that this bear was gigantic. And I looked at this bear from far away. It's like, this little thing? They was like, yeah, go ahead and shoot it. I was like, wait, bet. I shot the bear. The bear turned around. They was like, hide. He can't see you. I'm like, are you positive this bear can't see me? They was like, yeah. I was like, so how come it feels like he's staring in my soul? Like, in my soul. They was like, oh no, he can't see you. I was like, but he's coming toward me. They was like, nah, you're good. I was like, they was like, just stay there. I look around, these dudes took off, and the bear grabs me and starts slinging me everywhere, and I'm like, oh, you dirty mother, oh, y'all treacherous. I'm gonna tell you one thing, bro. Let me find out who y'all is. I'm gonna get my revenge.
That's the one thing I do like about it when it comes to the co-op. Because like there was this one dude I was walking up to the boss and I was just based on what I had to do to get to the area. I'm like, this motherfucker's probably gonna be on the next level. So I went ahead and summoned a couple people to help me out. And these dudes were super high level. Like they jump in there, they calling spirit bombs down and shit. And I'm in there with the shield and this sword, like I'm just distracted with my rolling and shit. They go in there, they like boom, like rocks flying across. I'm like, God damn, how long these motherfuckers been playing, right? But no, you know why I like it. It reminds me of, and y'all probably know, like the old school Nintendo, like Ninja Gaiden, old school Mega Man, where shit was just like fam, you either beat it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like you either gonna get good or you're not.
Or
You know,
you're
so-
not.
Yeah, it's like you either take the time to get good or you don't. And I hate that saying when people be like, "Man, I need some help on it." They be like, "Well, how about you just get good?" Like, man, shut the fuck up. Provide some advice. You know, like. But From Software, like Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne. I think they did. What's the
Ghost of
one they did?
Skyrim?
I think.
Nah, Sekiro or Sekiro.
Sekiro.
The Shadows. Yeah, Sekiro. All them games where it's just like you just have to play, like you're gonna die. It's like what's that Tom Cruise movie where he just dies and
Edge of
starts to fuck
Tomorrow.
back over and over. Yes,
Edge
that's
of Tomorrow.
all their games are based like that. It's not a time loop, but it's like you die and then you're just like, okay, I got to remember what I did wrong, or I got to try to remember the boss's attack patterns. And it's not like a basic pattern. Like they're so erratic with their attacks and stuff. You got to sit there and literally like 5 minutes of avoiding him and learning when he does this attack is coming, you know? So you have to be patient. A lot of people, they're just not patient with shit, right? Because you got games like Halo and Destiny where you could just run into some shit, get fucked up, run away, let your shields build back up, and then run the fuck back out there and shit, right?
Right.
This shit ain't like that, bro. Like they give you a couple of flasks to get your health back up, but then the boss will hit you with some shit that'll take all that shit right back from you. You know?
Right. Oh my god.
You just gotta get good, man. That's what that's why I like it. Cause it's like it's not a game. Like I know I'm gonna get my $60 worth. Or
you gotta be built different.
Yeah. And thank God I was brought up in the Nintendo days where, you know, they gave you like 2 continues and then they start your ass back on level 1, dog. I don't care how far you got to get. Ain't no save on this one, bruh. This ain't Zelda.
So
ain't no save files on this shit, bruh. I played Ninja Turtles on NES, bro. I'm that
good. Most of the bosses have like 2 individual animation things, like where they amp it up the second round. And if you die that second round, you have to start all over.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my god, like it. Oh boy.
You get mad. Like, don't get me wrong.
Like
I said some things.
Yeah,
I said some things in this house playing that game.
Hey man,
if it wasn't for the fact that I know how much I paid, if it wasn't for the fact I knew how much I paid for the shit in my house, like shit would be broke. You know what I'm saying?
I had to come to that realization earlier. I wanted to throw the controller at the TV, and I'm like, no, that TV costs $200. This controller costs about $50. I'm not doing all that.
Hell no.
Oh, that's a mistake, bro.
I remember back on the original PlayStation, there was a game that I got fed up with, and I took it out my PlayStation and threw it out my dorm room.
Oh no!
Threw it straight out, and I was on the third floor. I don't even know where it went. I just threw it out the door.
No.
Rest in peace.
Jesus.
So I've got to get Elden Ring, and I'm trying to wait until I get upgraded to a PS5. And I ain't been rushed to do that either.
Yeah.
But Elden Ring is one of those games. I'm an RPG guy from way back. Been playing Dungeons and Dragons since '82. You know, and that's what it reminds me of. A lot of these games like this, I wish that I could get a core group and we just roll together, you know.
Exactly.
You know, because it makes it better. You feel like you're something. And from everyone I talk to, this game is like that. They say it puts them in the hardest dungeons that we ever used to have growing up in Dungeons and Dragons. You know, this one guy, there was a famous one called White Plum Mountain, and it was just a death trap. And you went in it from start to finish, you were going to die. And they say this whole game feels like that. So, you know, you got to build your character up, and depending on what type of build you have, Someone also told me, and you guys can tell me if it's true. They said that games like not EverQuest, but what's the big one? The MMO.
Very recent.
It's not WoW, is it?
By Blizzard.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. They say that World of Warcraft has people so jazzed up that they're thinking they can be a spellcaster and go in there and take a hit. And they say that this game is dissuading them. You need to know your role and
them
play.
bosses are waiting there to disrespect you.
The most basic of NPCs can fuck your shit up. If you ain't treating the enemies with the proper level of respect, they gonna fuck your shit up, bro.
And see,
and you mess around and get 2 or 3 of them on you. If you get 2 or 3
Here's
of them
my
on
rematch, Craig.
bro, you let me tell you, bro. There's this one part, like it's early in the game, and I'm trying to get to this one point to where you get your horse, but there's a whole dude with this big ass shield and this long ass spear, like it's like a damn Spartan shit, and you're just like, oh, it's just one dude. It's stealth, like, because the way I've been doing shit earlier is like I just go stealth mode, go behind the motherfucker, stab them, they dead, right? This motherfucker, like, I was trying to go around, and there was another dude, so I'm like, well, let me stab him before I get the big dude. So I stabbed him, and apparently the noise he made getting stabbed, the big dude turns around, right? And he don't have like a boss health bar. It's like a regular ass health bar, and I'm just like, I'll just give him the old razzle dazzle. Let me roll twice, get behind him. This motherfucker was like, I'm hip to all that shit, bro. This man let me do my double roll. He was like, 1, 2, yeah. My dude was like, my back. And then when you die, because in this game, when you die, like your all your runes, your gold or whatever, like your currency is in the spot there. So you have to go back there and get it. You gotta
go back and get it.
Because if you die before picking it up, it's gone for good, right? And you need the runes to level up and all. So I got to get my shit back. So I'm running it over there, and I'm just like, I'm gonna just wait for him to not be there. Then I'm gonna go pick it up. But then, like, the game, I guess, knows you trying to do that shit. So then the guards is just hanging around there for no reason. You're like, fuck, man. So you try to run in there and grab it real quick. They see you. Now you fighting 3 dudes. So it's one of them games where, like, you can't just rush through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you got to sit down. That's why I'm glad I got this week of leave off, man. Like, I'm just like, I need to sit down and get good on this game. And my son, my oldest, he saw me. I was like, did you know this game came out? He's like, yeah. I haven't bought it yet because he has my old Xbox One S. So he's gonna buy it on that. And I'm just like, bro, I don't know. Have you ever played a Souls type game before? Because like his generation of gaming, you had save files, you got all this other crazy stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't think you have the patience to want to play something like this. He was like, no, I'm pretty good at games. So like he's playing it like because he's playing upstairs and you could just hear him getting mad while I'm downstairs. No, what the? How was that even possible? And I just be down here laughing.
That sounded like me.
I didn't even want to fight you. I walked the horse. It's the knight on the horse, the one that's just galloping around as soon as you come out the first dungeon. The minute you get done with your tutorial, you see a motherfucker in the distance. That's how big he is on this horse.
Do it.
Galloping around. And if he run up on you, it's on sight. The music change and everything. You see his health bar pop
and
up.
That dude hit like 2 tanks,
bro.
Man.
And he's like, I wasn't trying to fight you. He's trying to run. He don't have his horse yet. He's trying to run on foot.
Roll your way to safety.
Bow.
And you can see him in the background just winding his axe up. Just
bro,
come here.
Wow.
Hey man.
So I mean he spent that 60, bro, and I'm just like, you gonna get good, or you just had a 60 bucks, my guy?
Oh my God, bro.
Who you mad at? Who you mad at? I told you about the game before you bought it. You saw me struggling, and you like, I could do better than that, father. You're old. You don't know games. I'll show you how it's done. He up there.
Hey man, did you go upstairs and just sit there and watch?
Yes,
Did you go upstairs and just sit up there and
Yes.
watch and just giggle?
100%.
Oh,
When it got a drink and
School today.
everything, bro. Got a drink, sat down.
got your
He thought I
7-Eleven.
needed something, like because normally I don't go upstairs in their little area and shit. I just went up there with my drink. He's like, "What's up?" So no, just watching.
Yeah.
Oh, so now because now he know I'm judging him. Now he knows like I got to put on my best performance now. Hilarious. I'm gonna record it one time and post it.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
pressure. That's
Oh, yeah.
exactly what
Please
it
do.
is.
Please do.
That pressure,
That's exactly
man.
what it is. He's like, oh, now I'm under pressure. Cause ain't no
Right.
like God, cause it's real open world. Like
Yeah.
From Software is just like, we're not gonna tell you can't go anywhere. We're not gonna be like you're not high enough level to go in this dungeon. We ain't gonna say
Don't
nothing.
let you learn.
You gonna find out if you can do this dungeon or not.
And right off
So he
rip,
walked up
you
and-
know.
He walked up in one dungeon, and the funny thing, like they be having messages. Like
Yeah.
you can leave a message in a dungeon, and then like if anybody else goes in that dungeon, your message will show up in their game. So like a message would say something like, "Watch out for ambush," and you like, all right. So you all look like super cautious and shit, but it don't tell you like where the ambush is at. So you just turn a corner and someone just jumped from the ceiling. Yeah, dead.
Yeah, but I know you showing myself about. I'm like, dude.
It's like, what the hell?
Bring
dude,
your
I was like, yo, old buddy said, watch for the ambush. You ain't watch for the ambush. Like, will you?
That would have made me mad right there. That little comment right there would have tipped me off.
That reminds me of Skyrim when I first got it, and they told me, "Hey man, one of the first things you need to do is go and pick a fight with the giant. You can when you get the giant and all that stuff. Hey, if you can beat him, if you can beat him, stick with it. You can beat him, and if you beat him, you're going to get a big power." I said, "That one giant right there." He said, "Yeah." Man, look, I ain't never felt so disrespected. And when I called my boy,
Bruh.
hey, look, he picked up the phone laughing. He knew
He
what it
knew
was.
you already tried it.
Woo. You go flying up into space, and you like,
Am I gonna come down?
Nope.
I was like, look, that's straight disrespect.
Bethesda was like, we're gonna leave that bug in the game to make people feel super stupid when you get hit by this giant.
Yeah, because you ain't got no business fucking with the giant. But that's
Fine,
that's,
looking at you like, who did
that's
it?
what I feel like this whole game and the whole series kind of games
Right.
are supposed to, like you said, fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful with the random players that you play with, because like that's why you gotta have a
Maybe
core group,
trolling.
like you said.
Yes.
Dude, I got trolled so hard one time. I didn't know that if I went in this room, I was gonna get jumped. They was gonna shut the door behind me. My team wasn't gonna be able to help me. I got jumped. They was like, just go in that room and it should be something in the corner. I was like, y'all coming? They was like, yeah. I was like, all right, bet. Went in this room. All I know is the door slammed. It's dark all around me. And this knight with a big halberd comes out of the middle of nowhere
Big
and
Albert.
started waylaying me. Pow! Pow! I was like, oh no, y'all niggas set me up.
You
I
see?
feel betrayed.
You hear that
bruh.
music change, bro. They bring in that orchestra. That whole orchestra tone comes in. You be like, yo, this music got
Yeah.
intense as fuck. You
And
see
like
a
you
motherfucking
said, the
health bar this big
smallest-
across the screen.
You gotta watch out for the littlest niggas in there too, man. Because
Mhm.
where you go get your horse, that whole camp right there. Okay, so I go to kill a soldier. I did my stealth kill. So apparently I was spotted. Dude blows the horn, and here comes about 7 or 8 more. I'm like, I bet. Let's go. I'm a mage. Let's
Bring it.
go. I cast my little spell. I didn't know these. Look, man, they dodged. Okay, they blocked. I didn't know they were
My
gonna do
little
that.
spell.
And then from nowhere, I get a spear through my chest, bruh. and it was one and done. They hit me one time. I was like, they hit me once, and I was
Them
dead.
spears. I don't fuck with nobody with a spear, bro. I'd be like, I'll come back later.
Oh my god!
He said, "Look at this
This
goofy."
motherfucker trying to cast some spells.
Sit out.
Look at hey, look at David Blaine, everybody. Look at David Blaine over here.
Yeah, he called him David Blaine.
No, bro,
Say something else.
that was crazy.
Look at
man.
Chris Angel. Look at Chris Angel over here. Yeah, you trying to be Chris Angel. Yeah.
I thought I was ready.
Say something else.
I thought it was ready.
Say something.
Bro, I just want to know, Will, would you say in your experience with video games that Elden Ring is the hardest game that you have played? Will you be willing to say that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold you, man. I have played a lot of difficult games in my life. I've never played a game where the soldier hits just as hard as the boss. Like, what?
Let me rephrase it. Is this the most frustrating game you've played? Because like you can say it's difficult, but it does have like some kind of save feature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So is it the most frustrating? Like you'll get somewhere, you'll die, and you'll be like,
Yeah,
like
I had to tell my team last night I had to go to bed because I was getting to that point where I wanted to rage quit because I went to Rhea's academy to get defeat Rhea or what's her name, Ronnie, the witch queen or whatever, and to get that spell, but it's weird because you walk in this room and the cutscene shows, and she has all her little minions like crawling on the floor. They come lick your toes, right? I'm like, what type of freakies? What type of stuff are y'all on, bruh? Yeah, they will lick your toes as soon as you walk in the room, and all you hear is, I'm like, what the? And the whole time she's floating in the air, holding this embryo with a baby in it, and these dudes are crawling on the floor, blowing flames at you, fire and everything. Okay, so I get past them. I'm like, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But then they go to another animation, and she summons a dragon. I was not ready for that. I was not ready for a dragon.
Oh, hey.
So I died. I had to start over, and I did that about 10 times, and I'm like, I'm done. I don't want no more. Niggas up here licking toes and stuff, being freaky, and then summoning dragons and stuff. I don't know what's going on in this room.
Yo, Deontay, what would you say the most frustrating game you played was?
Outside of Elden Ring, I'd say for me personally, it has to be the most recent God of War. Like getting through the storyline wasn't as intense as the rest of the God of Wars, but when I tell you, like they introduced the Valkyries in Norse mythology, excuse me, and you have to face like 12 of them, 8 or 12, and each and every single one of them will fight you like it's a personal beef in the middle of the street, like him right there. That's the nigga that was talking shit about your dead grandma, and the Valkyrie just like and they just go to town on you, and like it's really personal. And it's like, bro, stop. God, dang,
like
I just want to beat the video game. That's all I want to do, and they just take it out on you. All their frustrations, like the wife ain't giving them none at home. They got cheated on. Their dog died. Their grandma kicked them out the house, and they lost their job. They beat the shit out of you like it was personal. This is like, dang, I don't want to fight Valkyries no more. And I found out Elden Ring was harder than that. Elden Ring was off the chain. Like watching the gameplay footage from like Twitch streamers and YouTubers, and like one dude was like, you know what, uninstall. Another dude, uninstall. Screw this. They re-downloaded the game, but It was so bad. They were just like, I don't want this on my PlayStation or my Xbox no more. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. And this is like, wow. Like I haven't even played it myself literally yet. And I already got the class that I want to pick out. I seen the tutorials and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna run Samurai.
Research.
I'm gonna go out with a bang if I have to. But I'm gonna enjoy some dungeons and learn how to summon some wolves to help me fight all these punks. And I got it made in the shade. Dude ran the exact same strategy that I ran, and this dude was just like, you know what? I'm gonna throw my controller through the TV. And you recorded that? Damn. What? Who hurt you?
Yeah.
Who hurt you, fam?
That game did.
From software.
It's the clown on the horse.
From
the dude on the
software.
horse made him do that. He's like, dang, he wanted smoke like that. This dude riding around on a horse with black Air Forces on, and he just like,
Right.
there he is.
Nothing
He
but
said he
black
got black
Air
Air Forces
It's
on.
all day to come up out that dungeon. Let's go.
They just spawn killing. They just hang
I'm
out there for the
talking
new
to you.
players to come out that first little dungeon. That's all
Yeah.
they do. It's spawn raping.
I thought you
Yeah,
had
there
some
goes another
rules
one. He
on
just
you. You
finished the
look real
tutorial.
nice.
Let's get him. Welcome to the
So
real
you gonna duck
game.
and roll
Right.
through this?
Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch.
There's
I'll
a
see
couple
horse
bosses that I fear getting to, man. I have so much fear in my heart getting to these bosses,
He's like,
man.
I got taken out by Mr. Ed, bro. Mr. Ed stomped the hell out of me in the first 19 minutes of the game.
The horse,
Yeah.
the knight got on black Air Forces. The horse got on Tim's. They just out there ready for you. That's
Hey,
you
have
just
you
know
ever-
that.
That ain't a
Hey,
black
man.
Air Force.
Have you encountered the Knights Cavalry horse
Mm.
Yep,
at nighttime?
bro.
Oh my
Everybody
God.
I see on a horse, I run away, man. I ain't
Yeah, bruh.
I ain't ready.
He's like, you more than welcome to bring
I
your
know my-
horse
I
out
know
too.
my-
We gonna kill him as
I know my
well.
limits. I know
You
my
know
limits.
what's-
Like,
You know what's bad
The
about
horse
this
comes
game?
up.
What?
what's up?
The story is actually worked on by George R. Martin, who
Yeah, I
did
seen
Game of
that.
Thrones. He was the writer behind a Song of Ice and Fire, but
Yeah.
which the Game of
Yeah.
Thrones was based off of. He's been one of the story generators, and you know,
I can
if you
kinda
know
see it
about
in
that
him.
series, you know it ain't made for the faint of
Oh,
heart.
you're right.
Yep.
You right.
Mm-mm.
Everybody can get it in that TV series.
Yeah.
Or and the books are worse than the TV series.
I
If
still
you read
got
the books,
too.
huh?
That's what I heard.
Still got the books.
I just don't be reading books like that.
Yeah.
Because like the
Oh, the
cats who
books,
read the
yeah.
books, like when I would react to the show, yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, you must be at the Red Wedding." I was
Yeah.
like, "Huh?" not the Red Wedding. Like, let me tell you what's happening. They're like, "Bro, that's the Red Wedding. That it's in
Yep.
the book." I was like, "Man, get your." I read the manga and don't watch the anime stuff out of here, bro.
Oh man.
I
Okay,
did
so-
both of them.
But they was like, did you get to the Battle of the Bastards yet? Like, yo, shut the fuck up. Let me watch the show.
I got a question.
Okay.
What builds are y'all running? Like what class is
Samurai for
everybody
me.
running?
Oh, I got the samurai, bro. I got the
Okay.
samurai, and like I put that little when I get into my battles, I do the two-handed katana. Like I put that little shield
Oh,
away
okay.
because it ain't really doing much for me. Yeah, because the attacks are stronger. You got a couple more like focus attacks you can use to take some more life or that'll do more damage to the enemies. But you got to be on the ball with your evades and your dodges and shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I'm like some of the tutorials I see, they go with the prisoner or I forget the other class where you can have like a shield and a sword, and it's like a better shield, so you can like guard
Warrior?
counter more often. Yeah, that's the one.
yeah.
But I mean, I'm already 10 toes down with the samurai. I don't want to go back, man. That's dishonor on my family. I don't want to dishonor the family of the samurai. So I gotta
To be
like if I could beat it with the
man.
samurai, I'm just like if I go back and play with somebody with a shield and a sword, I think I'd probably
Yeah.
I'd be all right. But I don't know.
Yeah, Samurai is
But,
definitely one of the best classes that I've seen from research purposes. Like, I also
Yeah.
wanted to play Bandit, because you can have like great stealth and like just stealth kill everybody in your way.
Right.
And it's just like, man, it's so hard to choose.
I was thinking
between
about that one too. But I'm not
I
good at
do.
stealth missions on video games, bro.
Right.
Like I'll think I'll do
Hey,
something.
Shank 'em
Will,
back.
you said you played the mage. How was that?
I play Prisoner actually, which is like a combo of a mage and a sword wielder. Like
Okay.
he can use any other type of weapon in the game, like a katana or maybe a halberd or whatever you give him. But he can also cast spells. So I did that build because, first of all, I love swords. I love fighting with swords. I love the sword play.
Right.
Then, second of all, I sing the magic that they cast in this game, and I love it. Man, like some of the magic that they cast in the game is some of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Like that moonlight attack where you charge it up into a big beam and it just comes out at you. Like,
Mhm.
man,
Like
and
the Kamehameha wave.
it's crap, man. So I'm like, okay, I like the spells, you know. So that's why I got that.
Yeah,
That's the
they
one
have
thing,
like
like-
other mages in there too, like the astrologer and the whatchamacallit.
Yeah,
It's one starts with a C. Oh, the confessor, the
Confessor.
astrologer and the confessor. Those pretty good magic.
Is that the one
users,
with the
too.
blindfold? Got their
Yeah.
eyes all blindfolded?
Yeah,
like a monk or something.
Yeah, I saw that one. I was like, I ain't going out there. How I'ma fight? I can't see shit. So I just scrolled.
He got a bowl cut. You know,
it's already hard when you
Out there
can't.
looking like you fresh out of
He
a cold.
wasn't a Zatachi.
hey man, that dude on the horse gonna laugh at your bowl cut too, man. I'm
Coming
like,
out
We
there
was
with the
talking about the
damn,
Reg earlier too.
yeah,
That dude
yeah, the
just
bowl
running
cut,
around with
like
a
old boy from
loincloth
Dumb and
on.
Dumber and shit.
right,
Looking like Lloyd. Oh, shit.
I want to see somebody play the Rex
But,
so bad. I'm about to
Right.
YouTube
I've
it
seen
after
it. Like
this
there's
show.
people who do it for views. There's people who do it. They
Yeah.
stream it for views and shit. They be getting their ass beat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
They know what it is.
they know they is.
What is this guy?
Ass naked, just defenseless.
There's a class
Wretch.
called the Wretch, and
Bucket naked.
like you have like no armor, no shield. It's just you, a loincloth, and a club, and you just out in the world.
A Neanderthal.
Thing just swinging and everything.
Yeah, you pretty much Captain Caveman out there without the Captain Caveman powers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
One of them wolves take a bite out of you, they get
If you want
directly
run
into
out of
the front.
weapons, just use your third leg.
Captain
Pow!
Caveman.
It's like, damn, where my armor at? Oh, yo, that's right, I'm
You
naked.
gotta
That's like
find
the
you
one
start
boss
from
weakness,
scratch.
man.
You find an armor from scratch. Is what you doing.
Wow, it's horrible. Dude's cheeked
But,
up outside.
Cheeked up.
It's like,
Gibbs,
wait a minute, bro.
What
Like,
would
that's
you
your
say the
thing?
most frustrating game you ever played?
Oh man, I got two of them.
Mm.
Real quick, the first one that comes to mind is an old Sega Master Sergeant game called Zillion. And you remember the old Sega Master? They had a gun like the Nintendo gun.
The
But there
Zapper.
was-
It wasn't the Zapper. It's called the Light Phaser.
Correct. But the game Zillion is actually based on that little gun and all this other crap.
Mm.
But you would have to go through this whole dungeon and you could switch between 3 different characters. But if one of them got killed,
Uh-oh.
you couldn't use that character no more. So you spend all this time, and again, no saves or nothing, all this time going all the way back, all the way down. And once you get to the bottom level and you beat the guy, a timer goes off, right? And the first time it happened, I'm sitting up here going, okay, cool. So
Oh no.
the thing blows up. So you've got to race back all the way to the top. You know, it took you hours to get down there. I think you got like 3 minutes to get back. And not only that, you have to get up out the hole, the dungeon, it's in the ground, and run to your ship. If you don't make it on that ramp, you still done, and you got to start all the way over.
Oh my god.
I hate that game.
Maybe
Made it to
it's
the ramp a
you
few
have-
times.
Did you ever beat it though? Did you beat it?
Yes. Yes.
What was the feeling you had when you accomplished that?
Cue the music. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Now, that brings me to my most frustrating game was played on the Atari, and it was
Okay.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh my god.
When I tell you that this was the most frustrating game I have ever friggin' played in my damn life, you got Indy going, and of course you're like, oh, these graphics are so great, and you're doing all this stuff, and you have to go through this one place, and there's this thing called tissy flies or something like that. They bite you and you get carried off and you sink through sand. All this shit, right? No saves whatsoever. I beat the game, right? Now this is how hard this game was. Everybody in our little, because I was living in Panama at the time, right? My dad was
Right.
stationed there, and everybody played this game. Nobody beat it.
Oh,
I swear it to you. My older brother would tell you, man, you a damn lie. You ain't beat it. I beat it, right?
yeah.
And this is how I beat it. And I was telling them exactly what happened when you beat it, because you beat it and you get the arc and you're standing there and it's got the little gold, purple, and whatchamacallit colors going up, and you're like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And so I was like, okay, I got up and I ran because you couldn't turn it off, you couldn't do any of that stuff. So I got it and I ran outside to go, and I went and found my brother and them. They were in another housing court, right? Row of houses. And I was like, I just beat Raiders of the Lost Ark. And they're like, man, you lying. I was like, no, come on, you gotta go see it. So we ran all the way back, and I come in there, and my dad's sitting on the couch.
No.
Watching
Yes. This
No.
mother
he
had
didn't.
turned off the game and everything.
No.
And they had the little switch that you go in. But no, he couldn't just be bothered to do that. My dad turned the game off. And I was like,
Christ.
I think that was the first time I ever cursed at my dad.
Oh.
And I
Hey,
said,
man.
I said,
I probably
and it
would-
wasn't no hard curse, but I said,
Ah.
fuck that. What the hell did you do? And my dad said, what? He was like, he had just got home from work. He was like, I want to watch my TV. You got this game on there? I said, Dad, you can tell him I beat it. He said, I don't know what the hell was going on. They were like, oh, man, you didn't beat it. Man,
I knew you ain't
cried.
beat it. I know
I
you
cried.
ain't beat it.
I cried so hard, and I could never beat that game again.
I would have
Never.
cried, man. I would have
Bruh.
freaking cried, bro.
My dad.
I wouldn't put any energy towards that game anyway. You knew you beat it. You ain't got to prove nothing nobody gives. Save your
Right.
energy, King.
Look. I didn't talk to my dad for like 3 days. My dad said,
Dang.
you still mad about that funky ass game? He said, man, I throw that whole system away.
Father.
man.
I'd start calling him father. Yes, father.
Father, how are you?
He
How's
said,
your
I'll
day,
throw that whole
father?
damn game away, boy. He said, I don't care nothing about the game.
Man, give a
He
fuck
said,
about your
"Take your
raggedy
ass
ass
outside."
game.
But that was the most frustrating
Sound
game I've ever
sound like a
played in my
straight
life.
dad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll throw this whole system in the trash. You keep acting up.
Oh, yeah. And he meant it too.
That's crazy.
Turn that shit off, and I want to watch my TV. Y'all go outside or go upstairs. Go do something. I don't care.
I just wanted to show them one thing, Dad. That's all.
Hey,
That was
he did
Black
not
Dad
give a
energy
fuck.
at its finest. At its finest.
Boy, I
Crazy, man.
don't think I've ever
You
been
and
that
your
mad at
funky
my
little
dad
friends.
again.
Your funky little
Right,
friends.
Right.
Your friends like, why your dad mad at me? You the one who brought me here.
I'm trying
I
to watch
gotta
the
be
game.
funky.
Hey, look, if
Your
for
raggedy
like
little
3
friends out my
months
house.
I had to hear it from all of them. Oh, there go Gib, little Gib. He think he beat Raiders
beat
of the
it?
Lost Ark.
Did you
Oh,
beat
that
it
was
today? What you come here for? To tell us you beat it again?
Yeah, that happened a couple times. You playing Raiders? Man,
Dang.
this is what I got for all of them, and I would tell them all.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling it. I'm feeling
Yeah.
Yo. So
What about
The
you,
Lego
man?
Infinity Gauntlet.
you said, what about me?
Yeah.
Bro, I would say Ninja Gaiden on Xbox. It's probably the most frustrating game that I've played. And I played Ninja Gaiden on Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? With only 2 buttons and no camera control and respawning enemies. Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox, like I beat it, but it like I bought it and I played it and it was so frustrating. Like I just put it away for a while and I like like months and literally months went by and whatever. Like I'd look at my games and be like, oh shit, I got Ninja Gaiden here. Let me put this shit in. And then it'd be fun for a little bit. Like the beginning of the game make you feel like you're doing some shit. And then you get further in, you're like, oh, I see why I put this shit up. But then at a certain point, you just be like, at a certain point, like your pride kick in. And you be like, I know there's people out there who beat this game. I've beat every game that I have bought. Like I can't not have a game that I have not beat. You know, like even if I come back to it years later and be like, oh, I never beat this. Like that's why I'm still struggling with Mass Effect Andromeda, right? Oh, I'm looking at this game like I love Mass Effect, like the trilogy. I love it. Andromeda, it's frustrating for different reasons because it's just a shitty game. But like I know I'm gonna have to beat it one day. It ain't gonna be today, ain't gonna be tomorrow, ain't gonna be next week. But one of these days, that game is gonna get worked. Yeah. But Ninja Gaiden on Xbox was just ridiculous. Right. I think the Ninja Theory was just like fuck these kids and just made a game that was just right. Ninja Theory was just like a fuck these kids. Let's make a ninja have to fucking take down a helicopter that's shooting missiles. And you just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like you getting fucked up literally over and over. And you just gotta it's one of them get good games. So that's why I'm just like, it'll take me a while. Like Elden Ring is an amazing game. I can't wait to finish it. I can't wait to really get my teeth into it next week, or actually starting tomorrow. But bro, I that game, bro, I was, and like I said, man, I played Ninja Turtles on Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Like I've played some that's a hard one. notoriously difficult games. Mega Man. Yeah. You know, where it's just like you got these 3 lives. Oh yeah, go get it. go beat Dr. Wily.
We played an old school RPG game on the Nintendo called Faxanadu. Me and my cousin, my best friend Marlo and his brother, and Faxanadu had us stomped for a year. And we had did everything. We couldn't go no more. We did everything. And then one day we were putting in, like you said, it's just one of those, put that game in. We put the game in and someone said, it's like 3:00 in the morning. 3:00 in the morning. And someone says, hey man, what's that door right there? We had walked past this door for months. We went into this door. We beat the game in like 15 minutes. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I mean it's crazy. But I'm trying to think like recent years, most games that I've played after that have been they've been like there's been some difficult games, but nothing super frustrating like Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox. Because I mean I thought it'd be better because I knew I played the old one. I was like, it'd be the old one with better graphics, 3D, but it was here to fuck people up, man. It was here to fuck people up. Oh yeah, bro. And when I beat it, bro, it was legit like, I am that man. Yelling. They didn't know what was happening. They go, what is wrong with you? God, get wrecked. Like, bro, it was like I just conquered the world. Like my arch nemesis fell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fell. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then and then like another Ninja Gaiden. I didn't buy the sequels because they made sequels like Sigma and shit. I was like, man, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why sign up for that shit again? Why sign up for that shit again? You know what I'm saying? Like after what this game, like, why am I running back to this abusive relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like I just got out.
Sympathy for self-inflicted pain.
I just got out. You know what I'm saying? Don't save your energy, King. Save your energy, King. Don't worry about that. Let other
I'm trying to save most of the gameplay because like I plan on making, like you said, a core group, maybe us four, run some dungeons, man, do it for some content, Twitch.
Yeah.
I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be pretty funny.
That shit would be funny as hell. You can't have 4 black dudes like running up on a ball.
Bruh.
Hold on, time out. The plan
Let
didn't
me
go as
tell
we
you.
planned. We out. We out.
Yeah.
So someone's
Somebody
gonna do a
did it.
Leroy Jenkins.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh nigga,
Hold on, he got black
niggas is
Air Forces
coming.
too. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Give where you at?
The
I'm
ambush
out here
happens.
throwing shit at him from afar.
King Biden is
Will,
sure
where
ain't
you
like-
at? I'm
You
trying to
got
do my
hit.
spells, but I can't. Cause they trying to lick my
Killer.
toes over here.
He was really in them trenches. He ain't scared of nobody.
Yeah.
He
I
had
Man,
think
when
it's
we
time.
regroup, I'm gonna whoop your
We
ass.
get-
You left me out there, man.
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh, my
I
God.
thought y'all was right behind me. Why nobody ain't telling me? Why ain't
Bro,
nobody tell me they stopped to go get these flowers over there?
All right.
The content, and I done ran out there by myself, and y'all sitting over there pointing and laughing.
Yeah, man. Like, oh my God.
Him
I'd
right there.
say don't go in there. I'd be
Yeah.
like, if you
Don't
think,
go in there.
You know what? You right.
I would tell you I wouldn't go in there.
And you see
I
what
wouldn't
kind of
do that
armor
either.
I got on. But, I'm just saying, I wouldn't.
It'd be at least one of us be like, you scared to go in there, ain't you? Don't be a pussy. You be like, you know what? I ain't scared. I am gonna go in there. You dumb motherfucker. Just
I dare you to go in there.
Look, Mac could be the one waiting outside, and when you respawn to come back, he'd be like, "So how was it?"
Told you.
Now you got to go back in there and get your rooms.
Oh,
Oh,
Now you got to
no.
go in there and get the
Oh,
gold you got when you
no.
died.
That's the
Now you gotta
worst right
go
there.
get your gold. Go get your gold.
That's the
I'm
worst.
here.
Like,
Oh,
but it's
hold
right
on, so-
behind him.
So can you go back and get other gold, or do you need that gold?
You got to go back where you died at to pick up.
It would
Like
be
you
a
could go
pain
and
to
kill
go
other
back
people and
and
get more
grind
gold.
for
But like if you
100,000
been grinding,
Fuck that gold
And
in
you
there.
got-
They just
yeah.
that's a tribute. That's a tribute.
because like
It's
if you got like
land.
12,000 runes, you know what I'm saying? 12,000
Or
runes,
like,
and you
ooh,
fucked up and
I'm
died
gonna
in
tell
there.
you my frustration. I had finally got to 100,000 runes. I was farming them. I forgot to use them and spend them on leveling up.
Level up.
So yeah, so they rushed me. They was like, "Come on, man, we gotta hurry up and beat this boss." I was like, "They was like, where you at?" I was like,
They
"I'm
toxic.
coming, man. I'm trying to level up." They was like, "Man, screw that. We got you. You ain't gonna die." I said, "Okay, bet." We go in here. We go against Godric, and this dude spawns the little dragon arm that blows the fire, and he grabs me with the dragon arm and one-shots me and just blows fire while he has me in the dragon's mouth. And I'm burning to a crisp. I'm like, oh my freaking God. I was like, please tell me I just
Now
didn't
you gotta
lose
go in there and get your gold.
100,000 runes.
Mm-mm.
100,000.
Yeah,
It took me about 5 hours to grind.
Mhm.
Gone.
Gone,
This
man.
game sounds so disrespectful.
It is. It's
Oh,
You
you
can go
thought
get
you
it
did
back.
something.
Now,
Yeah.
the good thing about the game is like, bro, we know you worked hard for that gold. You just gotta go back and get it. And if you lose it in the boss room, you gotta go back in the boss room to pick it up. But then you gotta fight the fucking boss. So it's
Again.
like
It's
you either gonna
crazy.
get good and beat this boss, or you just gonna have to kill like 5 million other people to get this 100,000 runes back. You know what I'm saying? Decisions.
One or the other, man. You gotta
Choose
make
your
a
own
choice.
adventure.
You know?
Hey, you know I ain't
Choose your own
tripping.
adventure.
Pop on me to get my bike back.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just like both of ours.
How mad do you want to be
We
today?
boss
in my, in my
That's the
house.
boss
Bruh.
talking. That's the boss
Yeah.
talking. It's like both
You
of
want
our
some of
goals,
this, old man?
but we just
No.
don't keep it here.
Yeah.
Oh no, man. Like, yeah, bro.
Dragon's like, it's both our goals. You can come back and get it whatever you want.
I have it
I'm
right
right
here
here.
for you, partner.
I'm right here.
I gotta. It's like mind control or something.
There's a certain dragon that you got to go get a key from in order to get into Reyes Castle or Academy, and you're supposed to sneak around him, grab it off the body, and dip up out of there. They were hyping me up. They were like, "You got it, you got it, you got it." I got the key, and as soon as I tiptoe back out, the dragon wakes up and looks dead at me. I'm like, I'm dead. I'm freaking dead.
He said, "Oh, there's this nigga again."
Freaking dead.
That's him.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Oh, man. But the good thing is, once you pick the key up, you get to keep the key. So that's the good part.
Yeah, the only thing you lose is your gold. That's the only thing you lose.
God dang
like
it,
all the
I had to
items
go
and shit
back and
you
get that.
But yo, I think it's time we talk about what everybody came here to talk
Yeah.
about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because we have non-believers who turned believers in our midst.
I'll go ahead and out myself as one of them.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all already know I'm the number one hater.
Dude,
Oh,
I was
we
so
know.
like,
We know.
who he talking about? Because I always been a believer.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hater.
the Batman
Hater.
The Batman.
with the hat.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So
one
between
hater.
Deontay and Gibbs, which one of you want to go first and tell us what about this movie brought
Go
you
ahead,
back
Deontay.
to appreciating vengeance?
Yeah.
I am vengeance. He's like, you sure is. Yes, sir. You absolutely right. I won't argue with you, Bruce. I won't argue with you. This movie was nuts. And out the gate, like I was hating on Paul Dano because like the Riddler is by far my favorite Gotham villain, Batman villain of all time. Personally, just because I love the way he brings the detective out of Bruce and his riddles make him like go to work. Like you got to use your intellectual to save lives. And Batman, he comes with the smoke. It's like, damn, like Batman can solve the fuck out of mysteries and riddles and all of that. And it shows like he's just more than just like a fucking brutal ass bully. And Riddler really does bring the best out of Batman. And Paul Dano, even though to me he doesn't look like the Edward Nygma, he nailed this shit.
Whew.
That was really one of the best performances I've seen in my life, especially live action. And oh my god, dude, this movie was all about him versus him. It was so personal, and it's just like I'm really mad that I talked so much shit about him. Like this dude looked like a registered sex offender, and I can get behind this. He got on the gimp mask from Pulp Fiction, and this dude yells a lot, and my eardrums can't handle that shit. I couldn't get behind it, like watching the trailers and behind the scenes stuff. But then as soon as I hit that theater, my whole opinion turned the fuck around, and I was like, yo, he could easily give Heath Ledger a run for his money. I won't say he's better than Heath Ledger at all, because I still need to sit on that, and I don't want to reach. But
Yeah.
his role as a villain was fucking off the chain. And Matt Reeves really outdone himself writing that in and directing that vision. And just for starters, like out the gate, like he's one of my main obsessions with this movie. The other part is Bruce Wayne being Detective Batman, because you don't see that often in animated or live action at all. Like Bruce was just like, I'm gonna show up to a crime scene and I'm gonna solve this shit for forensics, so they don't have to do all the work. And it's just like, wow, dude. And with Ben Affleck's Batman, like his Alfred and his technology did kind of detective work for him, but Robert Pattinson. That dude was like on site, like like he was alive when he cut that thumb off and all that shit. And it's just like,
oh man,
it gets way deeper than that. Like
Mhm.
he's such a good detective. This movie, like I know you can't do a full spectrum of Batman when you're making a Batman movie, so you had to focus on
Yeah.
different aspects of him. Like there's League of Shadows Batman, where he's back in Gotham after like disappearing for many years, and he's putting on the bat suit. He got ties to Ra's al Ghul and all of them, and
Yeah.
he's using his stealth and all his martial arts capability. And like like that's a bad like assassin ass motherfucker. This is just strictly detective Batman. They focus on that aspect of him. They develop it very well,
Mhm.
and he solves like different crimes. He tries to get ahead of the Riddler and like predict his villains, or predict his victims. And dude, he hangs in tough with the Riddler, but it's the most interesting version of him I've seen thus far. And I honestly sat through that whole 3 hours like it was nothing. And
Right.
ultimately, like I could go and see it a couple more times. Like I've already seen it twice, and the second time was with my bro, and I got even more in tune with it the second time I watched, and I got obsessed with it. And as an overall score, I'd give it like an A+, and that's very rare for
Oh
me.
yeah.
And I was one of the biggest haters too. Like I wasn't bigger than Gibby, but I definitely was on that ass.
Y'all was 1A, 1B in the group. Y'all was 1A, 1B. And if y'all don't know the group, it's Facebook group Saturday Night Nerds. A lot of cool people in there. The anticipation to talk leading up to this, we got to shout out the #1 DC stan, Tim Deckard, who
Yes.
was willing to die on the hill that this
Hey,
was going to bring people back to DC. And Deontay and Gibbs was just like, bro, I'm gonna tape myself walking out of the theater when this movie goes south. And you heard it from Hater 1B. You heard it from Deontay, A+. He saw it twice and he's willing to see it again. Now let's hear from the public hater #1, Gibbs. Your thoughts, man.
Hey, look, from the beginning, when it was announced and they showed that jaggy ass Riddler costume, I was on it. I was on it. I still hate that costume. I was on it.
Right.
I'm telling you, look, when I met Tim up in when I went to the Eads and up there and I met Tim, if Tim would have punched me in my face, we would have laughed and had a beer afterward, but I deserved it because hey, look, I talked so bad about him in this movie and all this stuff. But sitting in, and my wife went with me, right? And so she supports my geek stuff, and you know, she's a Batman fan too. So we went there, and just the opening, I was like, okay, all right, cool. All right, I'm hearing emo Bruce Wayne talk, and I'm still gonna call him emo Bruce Wayne until he changes that. But
I ain't mad at that.
The whole like Deontay said, the whole detective aspect of it, and the pure amount of time he spent as Batman. Like he was having trouble shutting off Batman, you know, and seeing that and understanding, you know, I didn't understand until I started seeing when it said year 2, you know, I was like, oh, this is Batman in year 2. So we getting unpolished Batman. Oh, and that expressed it in the rage and all that stuff. I really liked how he was, you know, the rage that he had, and it was barely checked. You know, he was trying to hold it on and still do a good job. Plus, trying to navigate being a vigilante, which I don't understand why they didn't throw his big ass in jail. But going through and trying to navigate with the police, you know, He was trying to work with the police and bringing in, and of course, shout out to Jeffrey Wright playing Commissioner Gordon or Lieutenant Gordon. Jeffrey Wright's been long one of my favorite actors in Hollywood, totally underrated. But he sold me on, Patterson sold me on him being Batman. Not so much Bruce Wayne until the end of it. When the Riddler flunky said, you know, I am vengeance and all that stuff, and he was like, the realization hit him, I can't be this guy. Holy shit, I gotta be something else, you know. And then you saw him, you know, making that step to being something else, you know, because before, if people were, you know, stuff happened, he'd be like, help yourself, boom, I'm out. I beat up the bad guys, I did my job, I'm going this way. But in the end, you know, he was doing that. And, you know, I think that's going to play over into the next movie. And we're going to see that transition, that work on, I need Bruce to be this guy so I can be this guy. So, yeah, I totally hated Catwoman's suit. Her little mask, that sucked. I still have parts that I hated about it. But little Lisa Bonet, yes, she played the hell out of that role.
She sure did.
I have to admit that you know, I'm still gonna talk mess about the DCEU and stuff, but Matt Reeves Batman, yes, the Matt Reeves has given me a he's given a buffer for Batman. I can't wait to see what comes next. Some people were even like, oh, I hate the surprise guy at the end. And I'm like, I'm kind of for it. I want to see him, Paul Dano. And I have to disagree with you, Deontay. On Paul Dano not looking like the Riddler. Even in the comics, the Riddler looks like some incel little good dude that used to get beat up in you know, from elementary to high school. He looked like a little, you know, whatever. And Paul Dano looks like it, you know, weak chin type dude, you know, dude that you ain't expecting. And so that's what made him in that gimp suit even more unexpected. And I was like, okay. But yeah, still hate the gimp suit, but Paul Dano, he did an excellent job. And I will tell you this, if I had my druthers, now I'm not sure how this the surprise guy, can I go ahead and say who it was?
Absolutely.
The Joker in the end, you know, you could tell it's the Joker, and it's supposed to be the Joker, not polished Joker as we know him, but you know, year 2 Joker. But when we see, I want to see how that guy translates the Joker. But if Heath Ledger Joker was in here, him and Paul Dano would shut it down.
Yeah,
None.
They are that close running together.
You know who? You know who that Joker is?
Joker, the guy who's going to play the Joker. He was in the movie The Eternals.
Eternals. He was the mind control dude from Eternals.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What?
Look at that! Look at that!
He was from Eternals. He got casted to be our Joker.
Hey Mac, how you like it now?
I give the Batman a strong A. It's depending on how I feel today, A+, strong A.
Yep.
Like I said, Batman, like I know I'm a big Marvel stan and everything, but Batman is my favorite superhero, my favorite comic book hero, because he has no powers. You know, he has to, you know, if he gets in a fight with motherfuckers, like he is fighting motherfuckers. It ain't like, you know, any of these other people can do some inhuman shit, right? He has gadgets and all that stuff. But this version of the Batman is the one that I've been waiting to see live action for a while. A lot of people fall back in love with Batman because of the Arkham games, right? Him hand to hand doing the detective stuff. solving. You know what I'm saying? All of the things he was doing in Arkham and stuff. You see that here, right? Like I ain't gonna hold you. The first riddle when he rolls up on the mayor's death, and the thing is like, what does a dead liar do, or something? That was the riddle, and the answer was he lies still. Like I said that before he got to it, right? Because I'm sitting here I'm gonna solve these riddles before Batman, right? So I got that one, and I was just like, ooh, look at me, I'm ready for this shit. I'm built for this shit. But let's just talk about the atmosphere of Gotham in this movie, and how the start of the movie, when it gets dark and motherfuckers is doing crimes and they look and they see a dark doorway, the fear that Batman was going to come out of there caused these people to be like, we probably should be doing this shit. You know,
That's the fear of God.
They
Right
look
there.
up and they see the bat signal. They see the bat signal, and then they just like, oh, this motherfucker out here. He out.
He out here.
I ain't trying to
The
get
one
my
dude
shit
got
beat
hit
in.
by the car trying to run.
Yeah, that's what
Right.
I'm saying. He robbed
You
the
know
door.
where
He
it's
was
going.
just
Bad
like,
idea.
bro,
Tired of this shit.
I gotta get out of here. I ain't walking down that alley. Batman in there. That's the fear that Batman uses. You know, like he utilizes all that. That's
Yeah.
his whole thing, putting fear into people so that one, they won't do that. But when I saw that, I was just like, this is Batman. Like he is in the minds of these villains or these small time crooks. Like, fuck, this dude be breaking arms, and you know, like he ain't the nicest dude. Like he'll fuck your ass up, but he gonna kill you. You know, but they scared of that ass whooping. They still scared of the ass whooping. But the detective, the crime solving, when you get to see how smart Bruce is, it's not just he's rich and he got the gadgets and all that shit and he can fight. When you see him use his intellect, and that's why I like when it comes to the Riddler, why he's one of my favorite Batman villains, is because it's intellect and intellect, right? It's a battle of because the Riddler knows he can't throw hands with him, right?
Mhm.
Any of the villains that force Bruce to use his smarts, his brains to figure things out and to, you know, to actually show he's the world's greatest detective, as he is, you know, described in comic books. I appreciate that. Like I love the visuals, I love all that stuff, but like when I get to see the full spectrum of Batman, not just the, you know, I'm angry and I'm gonna beat motherfuckers' asses if you ain't doing legal shit, but hey, look, I can help y'all solve these crimes, bro. I'm smart. I got some shit y'all don't have. Let me help y'all. And Gordon was like, I'm here for it. The other motherfuckers, not so much. Turns out they was all dirty anyway, but you know, that's neither here nor there. But I think that was the one thing, and Deontay, you said it. The one thing that kind of brought me back down. I was riding real high. I appreciated that they didn't do the whole let us show you how his parents got shot again. Like I guess Matt Reeves was just like, y'all seen that 22 times already in cinematic history. Y'all don't need to see it anymore. But they still found a way to bring his parents back into it with this whole Falcone and the mob shit and all that back and forth. Like that subplot, I was just like, bro, get back to the Riddler. This man's out here with a whole plan to fuck shit up, and you worried about, you know, I guess emo Bruce Wayne needed his moment. You know, his Bruce Wayne interpretation was probably what stops it from being an A+ solid, right? The whole like it even started off stereotypically emo. Like Alfred's just like, bro, you're not my dad, Alfred. Like, bro, straight out the emo book, bro. Straight out the emo book. Bro, business people are coming. Shut up, I don't have time, Alfred. You're not my dad. I
It's
know.
not my legacy.
Go to your room, Bruce.
Second part, Alfred gets blown up by this bomb meant for Bruce. Wakes up from his coma. Bruce is there. You lied to me, nigga. I just woke the fuck up from this coma. From a bomb for your ass.
A bomb went off in my face.
A
You
bomb
gonna
meant
argue
for
with me
you.
while I'm on my
I took
deathbed?
your face. Look at me.
God dang,
Look
bro.
at my face. You can't be like, oh, I'm glad you're alive. You had me worried. I don't know what I would have did without you, Alfred. First thing out of your mouth, Bruce, you lied to me. Nurse, get him out of
Emo
here.
Bruce
Get this
Wayne.
crying ass, buff ass dude the fuck up out of my office.
And big baby.
Most people didn't know that fucking Alfred Pennyworth. That's Ulysses Claw from Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, that was a great trade off for him too, and like he almost didn't catch it. Like he nailed Alfred so good.
Yeah.
I liked
I know you
Zoe as
had a lot of
Catwoman.
play, Bruce, but I'm gonna solve mysteries for you real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing the
that
little
on the slide.
cipher thing, like a little crossword and all that stuff. What did y'all think about was it Colin Farrell as the Penguin? What y'all think?
Ugly as fuck.
Man.
He was funny though. They at the part where they fucking caught his ass and made him waddle. I know Tim ate that shit up. And Tim is in the comment section like, yo, they made him waddle. So
I told Tim to shut the hell up because his legs was tied up. Someone made him waddle. There wasn't no waddle. Well, he waddled. No, man, shut up.
that little 3 or 4
The
steps.
only part that I didn't like is there is no context for why they called him the Penguin.
No.
There is absolutely no. Oh, he hates to be called the Penguin. Why? There is none. He's got a scar. His nose is kind of pointed, but it looks kind of like a dick to me. So they could have called him Dick Face. Here, I didn't mind. Colin Farrell's a great actor. I like him. It's more in certain things than others.
I can see that. Yeah.
He's
I mean, that's what that was.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was Colin
Yeah.
Farrell.
Okay, I'm tripping.
I like him more in stuff in which he acts more like you would expect him to act, like True Detective season 2. That's a Colin Farrell
Mhm.
character. But in this one, he went out of his bag in this. He was a little bit different. They're showing the rise of the Penguin. Basically, he was number 2 to Falcone. Now Falcone's out.
Mhm.
Who's going to be the number 1 kingpin or mob guy in Gotham right now? There's a vacuum. I can see it kind of playing out in part 2, the second movie. But I didn't mind him so much, but he didn't make a big splash for me.
And I'm glad he had like a minor role in this. You know what I'm saying? But I know y'all saw the thing I put. HBO Max is planning a series. I guess that's going to give us some backstory, hopefully, leading up to him being the Penguin in the Batman, or which I hope they don't do is pick up from where the Batman ended and move forward. Because I want a backstory for this Penguin. You know what I'm saying? Like why they started calling him that. Kind of what you said, Gibbs. Because I'm all, like HBO Max is there for DC. They could utilize that like Marvel utilizes Disney Plus and kind of give us more on these characters that we can get involved in. So I don't know how involved they're going to get with it because this isn't part of the extended universe of DC. So I don't know if they would do a standalone thing for a Penguin character in a standalone trilogy for Matt Reeves' Batman.
They're saying that there's supposed to be a HBO Max series on the Penguin.
Yeah,
Man.
because I'm here for this shit. Like the I want to call it the Bat Reeves era of Batman.
Pat Reeves.
I'm here for it. Robert Pattinson. I'm here for this shit.
Robert Pattinson.
If he could just clean up how he plays Bruce, either Matt Reeves just changed the direction for it, or Robert is just like, let me just try something different. I'd be there for it. I liked Zoe as Selena.
Oh yeah, so fine.
I liked
my goodness.
And like you said, like you started seeing the forensics, like you started seeing him use the tools to help him solve these crimes, the recording contact lens and all the other stuff that he was using. It was just well done. The environment is what I wanted it to be for a Batman
Oh yeah.
movie. It reminded me of Batman the animated series, always dark, always gritty, gloomy, all of that stuff, man. The Riddler, well done. Not a fan of the costume, but again, I didn't want him to show up with a fucking green bowler hat with a question mark on it and a blazer, dancing around in the streets. Like, like I wanted to be somewhat realistic, but he was this, and then I think it was too far to one side. But I mean, I don't think you're really going to get anybody to fully agree on what a good Riddler, because like Jim Carrey was the Riddler in what was it, Batman and Robin?
Yeah.
And he had like the spandex question mark suit with the red hair and the thing. Everybody's just like, Jesus, man, like, what the fuck is happening out here? But trying to make these comic book villains realistic, I think is one of the biggest hurdles that Hollywood has to try to, because you want to pay homage to the source material.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we were all going to the theater and we sat down, saw this grimy ass Batman, and Edward Nygma came out with the fucking neon green bowler hat and a fucking question mark suit straight out of Osan, you know what I'm saying? Just, hey, Batman, riddle me this. Get it, like, bro, get out of here. So I think it was done right. The one thing I will say is I'd tread lightly on the Joker thing if I was Matt Reeves, but I understand, like, you just can't never have the Joker be in a movie again. Like, I know Heath killed it. Jared got some slack for his Joker. I'm willing to give old buddy a shot, we'll just see. But it's when you have a performance as great as what Heath Ledger's was,
Yeah.
you can't help but that's going to be compared to it. It's going to be compared to it.
Right.
And I guess he has the balls to try it. You know what I'm saying? You got the balls to try it. If he could pull this Riddler Joker thing off, props to him, man. They should give him the keys to DC moving forward. What you think, Will?
Oh yeah, man. I like I said, man, I loved it, but when Deontay told me it was gonna be 3 hours, we immediately started having second thoughts. We was like, man, I was like, I'm kind of tired, you know what I'm saying? And plus, you got work at this time. We were trying to make all the excuses in the book. We was like, man, look, I just don't want to, tackle this movie right now. Is what it came down to. But we didn't know how bad we were missing out. I'm telling you, when I got in there, okay, I'm gonna tell you what got me. Y'all talking about all the acting and stuff about Matt Reeves and everything, right? What got me was when that poor henchman came through that door, and unbeknownst to him, he was gonna catch a full special of the Batman 2-piece with a side of biscuit. This dude,
about the twins at the club?
That dude so hard. It took the soul out of me. That dude got hit so hard. He said, "Pow pow!" He hit him with a straight
Trying to
jab,
rescue
right
Selena.
and a left uppercut. Me and DJ was like, "Hey, did you see that?" I was like, "Man, bro, was that
Gave
a
him a dose
2-piece
of NyQuil.
or one?" But like what got me was the hand to hand right there. Like that stuff right there. I didn't know Robert Pattinson could like do hand to hand like that. And if it wasn't him and a stunt, hey, look, still, it had me like I was there. Like, and then Robert Pattinson, he killed he killed his role as Batman, not as Bruce Wayne. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference because I really don't, like I told Deontay, I don't like how he played Bruce Wayne in this one. I do like how he played Batman. You know, so yeah, we had that right there. And then
What did you think? What did y'all think about the evolution, like his bat suit for this one? Like,
Mhm.
is this the best one
Bat.
live action bat suit that we have seen?
Bulletproof. Bang, bang, bang.
Like, he
I wouldn't
took that
say the
shotgun
best
shell. I was just
design.
like, man, he dead. But he wasn't
I can't believe he
like the
was so
pistols.
brave.
I was just like, I could see
Me-
that. He took that shit.
Me and
close
Deontay
range.
was asking the questions that need to be answered. Is how are they missing his face, man? Like, is his face bulletproof?
Exposed chin.
Like, all of that was exposed, and not one bullet hit him.
Nope.
Well,
He-
I don't think they
think,
really
think
aim it
about
for it.
this.
I think they just
What the people? When they teach you shooting? What did they tell you? Aim for
Aim
the
for the
center
head.
mass.
center mass.
Oh, cinnamon. Oh, I go aim for the head, man.
Batman.
Hey, look, you were raised by Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. Aiming and shooting a moving person who's doing flips and spins in the head is hard.
Yeah.
So
Batman was in the
crazy.
middle of the darkness, punching the hell out of people. The only light in the room was the gunfire.
Oh no, that's
yeah, that scene had me flipped.
Oh,
I
that
was
scene!
like,
Oh my god!
Yeah.
that was tight. That was tight.
Whew.
Hopped
But-
out the elevator on their ass and said, "All right,
the whole 3 hours was worth it, man. I would say it was worth every amount of dollar we paid for that movie and everything, and so
The music,
Yeah.
bro.
I'm pretty
The music,
obsessed with it because this is the second time I've seen it. It's just like every time
Right.
like somebody
I can see
pulls
it
the gun
again,
out,
too. Yeah.
boom, Bruce is like, "The fuck did you just do?"
Now,
But
I'll
what
tell you
what did
this.
that two piece do though?
I'll tell you this. When he took that shotgun blast, he didn't get his ass back up quick.
He sure
Mm.
did.
Nope.
He was hurt. He was hurt. He
Bleeding
felt-
internally.
That was some kick to it.
He was
Damn, what you put
bleeding
in there?
internally, bro. Like,
Oh my god!
that had a little
His-
kick
his-
to it. What you put in there?
his stool had some blood in that shit. I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Because I was
Years
just
on the
like,
job,
there's no
Batman.
fucking
Not-
way.
Not even
There's
full
no
grown
way
Justice
his
League.
suit.
Experienced veteran
Yeah.
Batman. This is 2 years on the job.
Yeah.
Shotgun to the body.
Oh yeah.
He passed clean the fuck out. He had to inject that adrenaline in his ass.
so
That was Easter egg for sure.
I don't know, man. Like, what does this say for like the?
They
future
beating my
of-
bitch. Yeah.
You know that adrenaline
They
was
killing
used in
my
the
girl.
recipe for Bane's Venom. A lot of people speculate that, like, oh, we're gonna see
Oh,
Bane.
that was
soon?
Venom?
Like, yeah, I wouldn't say we're gonna see Bane, but I know that recipe is a part of Bane's recipe, and there was a couple of Easter eggs throughout the movie, like the fact when they went in depth about, well, I guess not really the Riddler's family, but they talked about the Waynes and the Arkhams, which is the two most powerful families in
Yeah.
Gotham. And then they talked about Edward Elliot, which is supposed to be Thomas Elliot's dad. And since he got murked, like that's like a whole thing of Hush, aka Thomas Elliot, seeking revenge on Bruce Wayne. And outside of the Joker, that dude is like Batman's most personal enemy. The dude
Yep.
redesigned his face to look like Bruce, and it's almost like
Now, do
if
you
we get a sequel of this movie, we'll probably see Hush next, and that would be awesome because we've
Yeah.
seen Joker, Bane, we've seen Scarecrow and Ra's al Ghul, but we haven't seen too much of the other rogues gallery. So like
I feel they dropped
the
the ball on
Batman
Scarecrow.
2 or whatever they're going to call it, and the big bad is Hush, that could get very personal. Like this first movie was very personal, but part 2 is going to get crazy. And I really like Hush. They had one more Easter egg at the very, very, very beginning of the movie, where a little child was playing in the red suit, and he's the son of the mayor. I forgot what his government name was, but I'm pretty sure that red suit like symbolizes anarchy, and like we could potentially see him soon. But I don't think they'll time skip that much, because anarchy was in his like 20s or 30s when he finally got active, and Batman had to take his ass down. So it's Easter eggs left and right, and Matt Reeves, he really showed out with that. And there's a whole bunch of villains that haven't been used yet, but I really appreciate seeing like Mad Hatter, maybe Anarchy, Hush, Clayface.
I don't want to see the villains that are just super strong. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see the ones that
Right.
make Batman have to be Batman.
Put in work.
You know, like
Yeah.
when Bane showed up, like I get what they tried to do in Batman. Was it Batman Dark Knight Rises?
Mhm.
Like they tried to make Bane like he's this. He thinks this far ahead, and this plan is all his, and all this stuff to make Batman have to do Batman things and think. But he really didn't force Batman to do anything out the norm. You know, like
That movie
Batman
sucked.
didn't have to sit and think and come up with a plan to figure out how to do whatever. You know, it was just like defuse the bomb. Oh, the bomb won't defuse. I'll just fly it away in the Batwing. You know, it was that. You know,
Mhm.
The Dark Knight, like I said, is still my favorite Batman movie. Like that is an A+ for me. Even with Christian Bale, like another thing. I hate the one thing I like about Ben Affleck's Batman is they had this suit have a thing to make his voice change, so he wasn't sitting there trying to the whole time, right? Christian Bale had to do that. Where is she? Where is she? All that stuff.
Where's Rachel?
And I didn't see. I think Robert Pattinson had to do that as well, right? Like he had to try to make his voice all deep and raspy and shit like that. I hate that part. That because I'm just like, bro, like stop. Like you're not doing this all night. You know what I'm saying? Every time you put this costume on, like you're not going to slip up and use your real voice. I need you to put it back on. She's like, I'm taking this thing off. Go back in there and look at his face. I need you to see it. Then he get done talking.
Hey, Mac, I dare you go around
God
talking
damn.
to your wife like that. Hey, babe,
I ain't gonna do
you
that.
gonna go get me a sandwich?
But
Hey, baby.
I don't know. Like
I love you so much.
DC has amazing villains. A lot of them are in the Gothamverse.
Mhm.
The ones they choose to do live action with, they should be very selective with, is all I'm saying. Do the ones that you can make believable live action. You know, we don't need a Clayface. You know, don't
At
please.
all.
You know what I'm saying?
At all.
we don't need to see.
We honestly don't need to see Mr.
Well,
Freeze.
What the heck?
And that's the bad part. Like, I love Mr. Freeze. I like his backstory. I like him as a villain. Bro, just you can't live action Mr. Freeze. Like you will have to do some heavy concept art, a lot of fucking fan critique, you know what I'm saying? Surveying, polling. Because if you see what they did with Arnold Schwarzenegger, right?
Oh,
You remember
that
that
was
travesty.
Oh my god.
That's horrendous.
Oh my god.
Okay, everybody, freeze.
No.
I'm like,
Into the
how
chopper.
dare you guys do this? How dare you do this to my guy?
Yeah.
One of the things that I didn't catch at first was the fact that they said that Bruce Wayne's mother's name was Martha Arkham. Arkham Asylum was built by her people. Now in the comics, she was a Kane. Her last name was Martha Kane, Kane, not Cain. but which is a big distinction from Cassidy Kane and all those people.
Absolutely.
But the fact that they made her Martha Arkham in this, and they have that tie to the Arkham Asylum through her family into Bruce's, that made me, I said, whoa, hold up. That's a game changer right there.
That made me excited in the theater. I was just like, I love it.
So
Like,
for
I'm
those
usually
people
not
who-
big with super deep. I loved it.
So for those people who say that I can't go along with changes, no. That's a change, and I'm willing to, and I'm ready to see what they're going to play with that, because that's huge. All the people that come through Arkham Asylum and everything else, and to have her family tied in, they've got to do something with that. That can't be a little throwaway nugget.
They're gonna have to fool with it.
So I'm here for
So
it.
what did y'all think towards the end? When the Riddler started saying Bruce Wayne, were you just like, oh, he knows?
Oh yes.
I thought
yes.
he did too. I believed it. I was like, what? He figured it out.
The way he was
man.
saying it, I was like, got your ass.
I love that
Got
dude
your ass.
acting. As the Riddler, man, I think he did one of the best performances that I've seen in portrayals of the Riddler, and just he killed that role. Like when he was going crazy and everything, I'm like, now this is how you play.
He thought he and Batman was gonna be cool.
Like, goddamn.
Yeah, he lost his mind.
He was obsessed
Yeah.
with Batman.
No,
I thought he was gonna sit here and watch the show with me.
Right.
Like, what show?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Man.
dumb? Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't figure it out? Oh, you dumb.
Yeah.
That old girl
All
running the
straight
mirror
stupid.
sitting there like, I'm
What
gonna
are
give
you
a great
talking
speech that
about?
inspires people. Sniper like, oh yeah, pow,
Yep.
pop it. Like everybody in the audience screamed like when she got popped. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
Here
I
just
was
got
gonna
killed.
ride a little bit. I was like, we just killed the black chick in here? Bet. I know it's March. I know February was February just ended like 5 days ago. What you doing?
He was like, We're like, no, not yet. Too soon. It's like,
Too soon.
But
So-
he had a whole
Well, he's-
following in the social media. Like he went live and had 500 followers, and y'all was just like, you know what? No more lies, and
That's
everybody
probably the
was
most
like, all
realistic
right.
thing in there. Because I mean,
He's like,
you
yeah,
see
I'm gonna
what
go to the
happened-
army surplus store and get me some stuff.
Yeah. Because we see what happened January 6th last year, right? Like how easy it is to just get people ramped up in a belief. You
Yeah.
throw something out there, these people, like, for them to show that aspect of it, like he just gets on social media and starts just spewing this nonsense, like people will gravitate to it and become whole cultists following this
Yep.
thing and just do stupid shit, as we saw. But let me ask y'all this. What if they took Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and had him inserted into this
I would have liked that
Batman
better.
universe?
No.
I would have liked it.
He would have such
No?
an intense.
Why not
vision.
Gibbs?
Nope.
Why?
You didn't like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker? You didn't like that movie?
For the 30-45 minutes of it that I watched, no.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, big hard no. And I love Joaquin Phoenix as an actor. I like the concept of what they were trying to do, but for one, I waited a long time before I watched it. It was out probably 6 months before I even watched it. And I was seeing what people were saying, and so many, maybe they overhyped it for me too, but they were like, yes, I agree, and everything he was going to, I feel this. What the fuck is wrong with you? You feel with the Joker? No. Well, he had a medical problem.
No.
Okay, so a medical problem equates it's okay to be a fucking psychopathic killer. Well, no, I identify with some of the things. Again, you identify with the fucking Joker, and then they were trying to make him sympathetic that he had a medical issue. Screw you guys. I don't want to be sympathetic to the Joker. The Joker to me is, and I it lost me on that part. They were making him relatable, human. The Joker is not a human person. His whole mindset is not. I couldn't rock with it, man. I couldn't rock with it. Now maybe I have to see it, like, I have to see episode 8 of Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett. Maybe I have to see
No, you don't. If you bored, ain't shit else to do.
A friend of mine told me, don't watch that last episode because you'll go off even more. But people have said maybe you have to finish all of the Joker in order to get it. And I just know me, it's gonna be fuel for it. And I told that cat, I like you, and I don't want to say bad things about you and the lineage you come from if I don't get it. So I to me, it was a movie that was made. I understand the thought process behind it, but leave it outside of any continuity where it belongs.
Just keep it as a standalone.
Keep it as a standalone, and let's keep it moving.
Yeah, because I think in the Joker 2, or in that movie, it was hinting towards Joker or Joaquin's Joker being related to Bruce in a sense, as Thomas Wayne. Yep. So it's one of those things where I was just like, oh shit, like they're taking a lot of artistic liberties with the Batman storyline here.
But, this is that problem that I was talking about online, and I love the group conversations and the different understandings. But when you make these changes and they change a fundamental aspect of a character, then you change the storyline. And if the storyline don't make sense, Thomas Wayne, Joker being related to Bruce, get the fuck out of here. Come on. That's no. Yeah. No. But come on, man.
I will say, like, if you have time to watch it, because there are some fan theories. Because at the end of the movie, it shoots back to him being in, the mental ward. He's talking to his therapist, and he's laughing, and she's like, "What are you laughing at?" He's just like, "You wouldn't get it." So some people are saying the entirety of the movie is something that he was thinking in his head and was laughing. And she asked what he's laughing at. Some people are making it seem like the movie happened, he got arrested, and he's in this cycle. You know what I'm saying? So there's theories, but as long as it's a standalone, like, nobody's ever gonna get the final answer to that stuff. But I just threw that out there because the silhouette of the Joker at the end, I was just like, oh my god, like,
yeah.
They had him like, I knew who it was. I knew who it was, but I was just like, don't, like, you have this dude looking like old buddy from Big Bad Beetleborgs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. With the big chin.
Y'all know the motherfucker I'm talking about?
With the big chin. The Jay Leno chin. The Jay Leno chin.
Jesus Christ.
How bad everybody knows who I'm talking about. I can't remember his name, but
we know.
Like, that's what the shadow looked like. I was like,
oh
no,
Christ.
No, who is this? Don't let it be who I think it is. And he was like, they say I'm a clown of sorts. And I'm just like, well, it's the Joker. looking like this. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
You
what.
look like you're about to say something.
I'll tell you what. Sometime in the next near future, I'll watch the Joker and I'll give you guys my thoughts on it. I'll finish watching it and give you guys my thoughts on it.
Okay.
Now you got to
there
watch
was
it
one
knowing
character-
it's standalone, bro.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
You got to
He-
watch it knowing
he-
that it's a one and done thing.
Mhm.
I agree. Hey, thanks, Silent Bob, Michael Blake. Shout outs to you. Yeah, he doesn't have an origin. I'm good with that. He should be an enigma. The thought of
Enigma.
why, what the.
So what do you
fuck?
say to Jack Nicholson's Joker from Batman '89?
I always hated that part where they made him the guy, that guy and all that stuff. I hated them giving a definitive answer as to where the Joker came from and how he came from. I love Jack Nicholson's portrayal of the Joker. By the way, it's a different mind screw on it, and that dude caused mass fear. Yes, the movie was campy. Yes, it was this. But that can't have people not bathing, scared to eat, scared to do anything. Yeah. He did some weird stuff. He was in a weird place too. But yeah, I never liked that part. Him being the guy, that they said that's where he came from, and yeah, no, screw that. The one question I did have for you guys is when Bruce went to the church, right, for the funeral, before the new mayor select came and was talking to him, he was talking to that guy in the audience. Who the hell was that guy? Who was that guy? Because they made
the
a
one
point.
that was talking, and then he saw Bruce looking, and he just got quiet. Like, let me slide back in these shadows.
Yeah, because Bruce, when old girl said, "Can I talk to you, Bruce?" He said, "Yeah," and he started walking away, and he looked back, and the guy was sitting there, and he was like,
Yeah.
and he kind
There
of
was
sat
one more
back
dude
again.
too that was trying to get into the funeral, and the guards was pushing him back. So it was two dudes. It was him that had the conversation, and then it was the other dude trying to get in. I don't know if they were followers of Riddler, or it might have been like
That's
an
what I
Easter
thought.
egg themselves.
On the base level, that's what I thought. I thought they were just Riddler followers, and the one dude that was talking about whatever was probably like talking about to one of his other dudes about the shit going down at Gotham Square Garden or whatever they're calling it, or something like that, or I don't know. But if they somehow in the future movies go back and tie that in, I'd give that a thumbs up, man, because I'm all about tie-ins and stuff, and having you go back to look at certain movies to figure out, that's the
Yes.
dude from,
Yeah.
I'm real big on that.
Yeah, 'cause
But
I'm trying to figure
damn,
out.
so look at DC. Look at DC. And then
on the come up.
in
All right.
in standard DC fashion, they drop this gem, and then they're just like, everything else is delayed, and then everything else is being pushed to the right. And a lot of people are saying it's because they see everybody loving this, and they're like, well, maybe we should take another angle with the movies that we're doing. Now, I don't think they're like significant rewrites, because you would have to reshoot so much other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know why it's delayed. I just know their biggest hope in saving the DCEU is Flash, the Flash movie. And if that is poorly done, I think they just need to go with these standalone movies and get away from this extended university.
And the extended
Yeah,
universe.
'cause we got.
You don't think the Flash is gonna come through?
Black Adam now. So it's like, but they did bump up
Nah,
Shazam too.
It's cool. You
Yeah.
get the League of Super Pets this summer, so you got that to look forward
Yeah.
to. How dare you, sir?
Look, they ain't
dare
even
you.
got the best super pet that's out there. They ain't
Oh,
got
what?
Comet the Super Horse.
What the?
Comet the Super Horse.
Uh-oh.
Let me drop a little gem on you.
Oh no.
This is why Comet, and I'll drop a link to We Talk Pets too. When me and my son did Comic Wars. But Comet the Super Horse had the ability to change into a human. And
Oh
he did.
no.
He became a man and dated Lois Lane.
With a woman.
No.
Lois Lane.
Lois Lane.
He was given Lois Lane.
No.
Horse peen? She was taking the horse peen? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's probably why he ain't in the Super Pet show. That's probably why he ain't make it to the movie.
Lois belonged to the farm,
Hey,
not
bro.
the streets, but the farm.
Bro, that's why she cheated
Hey.
on Superman. He's like, your shit ain't the same as Comet.
That's a whole new meaning that he got a hole in the stable.
You ain't doing it like Comet do it. Clark, get off of me.
I'm sorry, I had to leave for a split second. I couldn't. What? The,
I'll never look
Clark,
at Lois.
get
the same
off of
again.
me.
I would never look at a person the same way.
so check this out. Flash, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mhm.
And all the DCEU Justice League, I like Flash. A lot of people don't like old boy playing Flash.
Ezra Miller?
Ezra. Yeah, he's not your typical Barry. He's not blonde hair.
He's
He's
playing
not.
Barry too. That's what I'm saying. Like as
Yeah.
Barry, nah.
Yeah, nah. But he's awkward. Almost kind of autistic, but he's awkward. He doesn't have friends. He's that loner type dude. He's got no social skills. Like when Bruce said, "So you're in? That's it." He goes, "Yeah, I don't have friends." He's that
Yeah.
awkward kid kind of guy.
Awkward Barry.
I kind of want to see what they're going to do with him for, we all know this is Flashpoint. We know that. I want to see what they do to him and how they kind of, deal with his character a little bit. The Snyder, blunder cut showed a little bit more of him and his personality and all that stuff. But,
Mhm.
I'm going to give it a chance. I really am. I just think that there's no saving the DCEU. I don't.
Yeah, because we were talking about that
wanted
today, talking about how we had to
I want it to be good. I want it to,
Yes.
but my expectations are low. Is what I'm saying.
Yes.
we had to scrap everything that Snyder touched. And that's going to be kind of rough. Because I love Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Oh man.
I like just Jason Momoa as Arthur Curry, but there could be a better Arthur Curry. And they've done so much damage with Wonder Woman. It's just like, I feel so bad for Gal.
No.
Like,
No.
her first movie was alright, but part
God
two,
dang.
The first movie was okay, but
I think Wonder Woman 84 was trying to go for a Thor Ragnarok vibe, and it didn't work. It didn't match.
it
didn't
failed.
hit.
It failed
It failed horribly.
spectacularly.
Oh my God! It was man.
the pain that
And
the
it didn't need
DCEU has done.
because you see, and here's the messed up part about Justice League Snyder Cut. It was made before Wonder Woman 84. The scenes with Wonder Woman in Snyder Cut were amazing. I'm like, why didn't you just take this and move? You did Wonder Woman 84 after this, bro. Like, why would you do that to her? Like when she went in there and saved them people in the bank, she was deflecting them bullets and jumped in it. Like, I'm just like, this is Wonder Woman shit right here. This is the shit I want to see. the shit that she did in the mall in Wonder Woman 84 and lassoing lightning and fucking.
Oh my god!
I never tried this before. Invisible plane, like.
Wait, hold on. I didn't get that far. They brought in the actual invisible plane.
They sure did.
How far did you get in the? I'm sitting there thinking you've seen this movie before, dude. You ain't never seen it.
I walked out. I stopped watching it. I stopped watching it.
You went to the theaters and you walked out?
No, yes.
Oh wow.
Hey, check this out.
So yeah,
I want you to see
so
something.
the invisible plane. Here's how the invisible plane comes into play. Who's the dude? Max Lord. He's going over to Egypt or the Middle East to do some shit. They find out that's where he's going. They're like, we need to get there. So they go to the Smithsonian, right? And they steal a plane. And they're trying to fly it. They're like, we're gonna get caught. Diana's just like, I'm gonna try this thing that I learned back on the island or whatnot. It's my first time doing it, and she does some weird thing, and the plane goes invisible, and they're able to fly from the States to the Middle East with no extra gas. So,
Boo. Boo.
one of the many flaws of that movie. I
still feel the burn from that one.
still feel the burn.
Oh,
Wonder Woman 84 don't go down easy, bro. It's like when you swallow an ice cube. You know what I'm saying? You swallow an ice cube, and that shit just be like,
and be stuck in your throat till it melts. Oh my
That's
god!
what Wonder Woman 84 was. And then I forget about it, and then somebody be like, "Remember 84?" I'll be like, "Ah, god damn it! Here goes another fucking ice cube."
And there go to PTSD again.
Why? Why would you bring up my past trauma? Why?
Man, it makes me sound like I want to go watch Thor: Dark World again.
You might as well.
It's a lot more survivable than what we see.
Of the two?
Yeah.
Of the
It's a
two,
lot more
Thor:
survivable.
Dark World ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad.
Popping Iron Man 3.
Come on.
At least it ain't gonna have
Watch
Marvel's
Batman v
worst
Superman.
movies is better than DCEU. Their worst movies is better than DCEU. As a whole.
Be like, let me see Blade 3
I can't
again.
name-
I'll sit
I
through
can't
that
name
again.
shit.
Oh my god.
It was tough, man. Like, it is easily one of the worst. Like, it's if I look, Elektra or Wonder Woman 84.
Electra.
Ooh, Elektra.
Eternals or Wonder Woman 84.
Oh, from
Hey,
what I've
let's
seen,
see what
the
Icarus
Eternals
and them up
hand
to.
down.
Let me see what
Eternals
Icarus
hand
and them
down.
doing.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man! It was who?
You got that, Tim?
It's tough, man.
Eternals. I'm forever gonna bring up Wonder Woman 84 now.
Oh,
Y'all gonna give me
God. Oh no!
DC
Don't do
ain't
that
gonna never
to me.
make
Until
that
somebody
down.
can name a worse, like that's Elektra,
I got PTSD
Ben
from that
Affleck,
day.
Daredevil, Ryan
OG.
Reynolds,
OG
Green
Hulk.
Lantern,
My sister
Oh,
tried to
God.
make it out
Eric
like,
Bana
oh,
Hulk.
Wonder
Oh.
Woman
Oh.
or 1984 was so good, and I'm like, no, please don't.
Who told you that?
I don't
My
know.
sister, man, I was in the corner rocking, like, just please, I just want to go home.
We are not related. We are not related.
Just want to go home.
This relationship
Oh,
is
man.
done.
God dang it, you're not my sister no more.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But I think that's the bad part about it is because I think all of us know how great DC superheroes are, how awesome
Yeah.
the stories are. They just keep fumbling on the execution of the live movies.
yeah.
And then we'll get
Yeah.
standalone things like this where I would love to see this tie into a Justice League or something, but I know they're gonna fuck it up. So that's why Matt Reeves is just like, I don't want no DCEU shit in here. Just let me tell my story. Just like y'all let Christopher Nolan tell his story. Let me tell mine. Y'all ain't gotta wrap this thing and tie it up. Don't try to do Marvel. If DC would just do this instead of trying to look over what Marvel's doing and be like, we want to combine all our people together too. Now we don't need to do that, man. We don't need to
Or
do that.
they could just stick to the animated series, man. Those are good, you know.
They
Justice-
are, but I
Justice
mean, this
League work. You know?
This is where the money is at, in the theaters and shit.
Exactly.
Like they can continue to do the animated joints and put it in theaters, but people are
Oh,
going to want
yeah.
to see live action joints because Marvel already set the tone. Because DC can put animated stuff in theaters and people be like, well, Marvel's doing it. Why can't y'all do it? They keep looking at Marvel. That's their problem. Like, fuck what Marvel's doing. Do your shit.
Right.
Because
here's the
obviously it
thing.
makes money.
Exactly.
Did anybody see box office stats for Batman yet? I'm assuming it's number one. Is
Oh,
it?
yeah,
is
it's
it
number
gonna
one.
break any records? I'm pretty sure it is. And look,
Yeah, the only
and they're just
thing-
like, we're making money doing shit this way. Let's fuck around and do it this way. What are y'all
Right.
doing?
Like, it's like you tell them, hey, this road leads to a dead end. This road leads straight to where you want to go. They be like,
Common denominator. Zack Snyder.
It's not a dead end.
It's that meme where the dude's riding a bike and sticks the stick in the spokes and falls off and hurts himself and blames something else. That's what DC is doing. Like, you're doing this to yourself,
Oh my
man.
God, bro.
Doing this one.
I'm gonna tell you what it's like. It's like that commercial where the kids are trying to run from the haunted houses, and they're like, "Let's go in this cornfield. Let's go in there.
Let's hide
Let's
behind
go
the
into the running
chainsaws."
car." No,
Yeah.
dummy. Let's go in this thing full of chainsaws.
Like, what the? Really?
Okay.
They really destined to die today. That's what it is.
Yes.
I mean,
And
give
I
them
mean,
what they ask.
I am in no means a Fortune 500 company executive, CCO, CEO. So they know business stats. I don't have a degree in that shit. I'm just, common sense me is looking like, yo, if we just take time and tell our character story the right way, ask a couple of directors what their vision is for the character and pick the best one that we feel is telling the story the right way. Let's make a movie like that and make money. Everybody wants franchises, though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants
Or just hire Saturday Night Nerds. We'll get the job done.
to continue.
Facts.
Deontay about to have a whole degree. He's about to be our dude.
We'll get the job done.
Deontay,
Yeah.
when you get your degree, pick up a comic book and write a movie.
Please.
And show
I'm
how
a black
easy it is,
superhero,
man.
too.
We'll
Be
help
like,
you with
I
the
already did the
casting and everything.
storyboarding because it's in the comic.
Whatever you need.
I'm gonna do
Storyboarding is
Black
done.
Superman.
Because
Steel.
it's in the comic. Yep.
Right.
Steel.
It's right there.
I wanna
Resurrect
do
that
Icon.
franchise. 'Cause Shaquille
That'd be
O'Neal
my dream job to
destroyed
do
it.
an Icon movie for DC.
No.
No?
Still, no.
No Steel or no
Nasty
Icon.
Jungle of Love, no. Still, no.
Still gets no love?
No, still gets no love. That was the dumbest movie until Wonder Woman 84.
Ah!
What?
He had a movie?
You never
Steel?
seen Steel?
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Deontay,
Hold on.
Go
Deontay,
go watch Steel.
are you sure
Deontay,
we grew
you
up
lying,
together,
bro.
man? 'Cause I don't know if we.
Shaquille
I
O'Neal
heard
played
about it
Steel,
growing
bro.
up, but I didn't know it was the Black Superman Steel
What up?
movie.
Are you
Yes.
serious?
No way.
Yes.
Yes.
Bro, he
I
was
was so
walking
mad
around
at
with the
Shaquille
sledgehammer
O'Neal.
from
I
Home
didn't
Depot,
watch him
dog.
play basketball for 2
Ah.
years.
I just had a
Bro,
whole
he had-
anxiety attack.
He had a whole regular size sledgehammer from Home Depot. It was
Oh my God, bro. Dang.
it was I thought it was bad. Then I saw Kazam and I was just like, they
Nah.
just getting him because he's popular right now. Hollywood's just like, you big and black, get in this movie. That's all it was.
Hey, look, the movie was so bad.
They lucky nobody was
DC
thinking about Luke Cage because they would have had Shaq playing Luke Cage
Oh,
back in the
no.
day. He said,
Steel
yeah.
was so bad. Steel was so bad. DC said, "Listen, we're going to allow you to use the Superman emblem in any way that you want." Shaq is like everybody uses the Superman symbol, but Shaq is one of I think like 3, maybe 4 people in the world that is allowed by DC, the owners of Superman and all that stuff, that he can utilize it. That's why his cars have the Superman emblem and all that stuff. They said, we owe you for Steel. We are sorry. Your career and your reputation was forever tarnished for that shit.
Oh my god.
Until Wonder Woman 84 came out.
Yeah, to the
Now I gotta sit here and reevaluate my life.
end.
No, hey, listen, you made good life choices by not seeing that.
I got something for you.
Oh, please do. Oh, Lord.
Even the
I
worst
got
heroes
something for
deserve a
y'all,
second
bro.
chance. Catwoman can get a second chance and still deserve a second chance.
Well, still
No.
got a second chance on the. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. I remember this trailer.
Be prepared.
Yes.
I remember.
Oh, my heart.
I forgot Judd Nelson was in it.
Little toys. Do you really want to be the only ones without my kind of firepower?
Terrorizing our cities today.
Officers down. We got a big problem here.
Now, to protect those
Hey, Grandma.
who can't fight
Man,
back,
I'm gonna go beat myself up.
one man must stand up for the people.
Maybe the police aren't enough. Maybe we need a new kind of firepower for
The
ourselves.
Gotcha.
What exactly am I supposed to be doing here?
We make our own kind of weapons to take out the ones in the streets. To stop the enemy without hurting
Why
them.
did
And
you
become a
shut?
new hero.
It might get a little dangerous.
He got a
Oh, that's the danger.
Oh my god, the girl in the wheelchair.
With a will of iron, a heart of gold, and a body of steel.
It's hammer time.
That's not even his body.
We gotta admit the guy's got style.
What the hell?
My stomach.
Oh no.
Where'd he go? The Bat Cave?
Nigga, what?
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 You know
What?
what you can do there? Don't tell Grandma.
So that's what you want to resurrect, huh? That's what you want.
That's what you want to watch.
Some things
The
are
bar
better
is
off
low.
left dead,
The
man.
bar is low. Look, he's like,
Some things are better left dead, my brother.
Oh my God.
Some things are better left dead. There are worse things than death.
that's what you
Oh,
want to
yes.
do.
That's one of them.
The bar
yes.
is low. I'm just saying, if you bring it back, probably nobody, barely anybody remembers that one. It's a Quincy Jones production, by the way.
Yeah.
Ah,
Ugh.
Did you get where he
So, yeah,
said
Shaquille
it's
O'Neal.
hammer time? He
Yeah.
actually said it's
Hammer
hammer time.
it's Hamilton.
Bro, he had that weak ass slow grappling hook.
And then the
Tucker.
thing was, he only went up at 1 mile an hour. I'm like, y'all can't get that nigga.
My soul just
Helicopter
flushed
still
straight
looking
down
at
the
your
toilet.
ass.
Right.
My soul is down the toilet right now. Oh,
You see how they
We
did
need
black
to-
superheroes?
We need to
Exactly.
create our own brand of weapons to fight theirs. So while they have these super powered guns that are flipping cars, I'm gonna create a suit of armor and a hammer.
Give me your ring, Chuck. Give me your ring.
Did Quincy not know
No,
that
that-
Steel is literally the Black Superman?
You know what?
Did you not see him
Didn't
fly
he?
with
You know
the?
what, DJ? I got something better, man. You can do Blue Marvel and make black superheroes great again.
I could, but then
Y'all
that's
really-
another
you
dub.
really
That's
just-
another dub for Marvel.
You're really gonna leave Steel being displayed by like this. Like you ain't gonna try and revamp
Actually,
it. You just
Hold
content.
on. Hold on. They did revamp it. I know people don't watch CW TV series,
Supergirl.
but Superman and Lois still is on there, and I'm not mad at him.
Who's he played by?
Some unknown black dude.
I gotta Google this.
A known black dude.
It says Superman and Lois.
But yeah, man.
How is still in there if Superman's alive?
Well, yeah.
He still was active when Superman was dead.
Well, even after Superman comes back, Steel is active. Like Steel is still active in the DC universe, but he's just not really active. He's alive, but he's not really doing shit in the DC world in the comics. But in the Superman and Lois, it's kind of convoluted because at first you think that he's somebody who he's somebody else, and then it comes out to be, oh well, he's this guy, and he's Steel. Yeah,
This guy, Wole Parks.
Yep.
What is he?
He looks like Steel though. He kind of looks like the comic book Steel. What?
I've seen him play in a couple other things too, man. Okay.
Wole Parks.
Do you have any images of him as Steel?
Oh yeah, let me try.
That's what I want to see. How he look as Steel, or does he put the suit on?
Oh yeah, and he kicked Superman's ass in it.
Oh, what?
Hold on.
He kicked Superman's ass
A couple times till Superman figures out what's going on and drags him.
That's what I mean when I say Superman can't.
I'm not really that mad at that suit though either.
He said that's what I mean when Superman can't fight.
Superman ain't got no hands.
He can't because he got powers, bro. Like he got
used
here,
to
he just
throwing
be like,
hands.
man, I just gotta zap somebody with some lasers, blow on them. You know what I'm saying? Then he finds somebody with some hands and got the same strength. And he don't know what to do, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Superman
man.
doesn't have hands, bro. He just
Why
always
is
got to
Steel-
be
Oh,
the.
that's sad though.
That is pretty sad because that dude is a god. He is revered as a god.
A god
Hey,
of
I
no
sent it to
hands.
you on the Mac. I sent it to you on the Messenger.
All right, I just got it.
That's crazy. Like that armor doesn't even seem like.
I mean,
steel.
it already looks better than Shaq. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yes.
So I mean, it's not a high bar that you have to
No,
overcome.
not at all. A very, very low bar.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you can bring this back, Deontay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to
think you can
redeem
bring this
this
back.
man because he deserves it. After what Shaq did too.
After what Shaq did to him.
Oh, get Miles to play him. Miles to
Oh,
play
man.
Steel.
He looked so much better in the comics than he did in that Shaq.
I had no idea you had no knowledge of that movie existing.
I didn't even know he had any knowledge.
Man, that commercial probably blew past me, and all I was worried about was McDonald's fries. I was,
Yeah.
oh my god! Oh,
I
I'm
was
so
in
glad
theaters
I
watching that
got
shit instantly, like, what the hell is
I think I was
The
at
hell am I
my
doing
grandma's
here?
house when I was
I
watching
think
it.
I laughed so hard at that movie. I laughed so hard.
am I
I
doing in
almost
this
got kicked
theater
out of the
right
movie theater.
That's crazy, man.
That came
Hey,
out
I
in
got a
1997.
note.
I was a good age.
I got a note from my wife. She slipped it underneath the door.
What's a good age?
And this is the note that my wife sent to me, slipped under the door. I don't know if y'all can see it.
Oh, you know what? We are.
Nerds.
We
I'll
are
take that.
definitely-
I'll take hey.
slipped it
You're a
under the
bunch of
door.
black
You
nerds.
ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing. She said,
You ain't
shit.
saying
You say
nothing.
You ain't saying
They said
nothing.
you ain't saying that. We know we nerds.
You stating the
Nothing,
obvious. Yeah, like we knew this.
Hey, don't get hey. I don't need to witness a murder on the podcast, bro. You wild right now.
Y'all see me do this
You doing
number?
too much. You do it.
Oh no.
All of a sudden it'd be like Gibbs has left the chat. Oh.
I'm doing some
man.
research. In 1997, had some crazy ass movies drop, like Con Air and Starship Troopers,
Starship Troopers was a good movie.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Batman
All
and
that
Robin,
came out
stop,
was
bro.
still.
Batman and Robin sucked. It sucked toilet water.
That was
Same
a
year.
horrible
Okay,
memory for me, man. As a
Chill.
kid.
The Fifth
Arnold
Element came out
Schwarzenegger.
that
Pretty
year.
much just got Arnold Schwarzenegger to play Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like this man
That's
has
all
no
he did.
range, bro. Y'all were
There
just
was
like, we need
none.
a who's hot right now? Arnold, I guess.
Like,
He
no.
was the Dwayne Johnson of the 90s.
Oh,
Yeah. 80s and 90s, bro. 80s
I don't know,
and 90s.
man.
the
That's
80s
crazy.
and the 90s, yes.
Ooh,
You
They
needed
got
a
him
buff
on
dude.
everything.
You called up Arnold.
Arnold.
You called him up.
not even
He,
Sylvester.
oh my god,
just
that is
Arnold.
spot on, Deontay. That is spot on.
The Terminator.
Kindergarten Cop. Let me
Arnold.
just get this tough dude
Kindergarten
who
Cop.
has this heart of
Arnold.
gold.
Mr.
It's not a
Schwarzenegger.
tumor.
The Predators. Arnold.
Jingle all the way. Family.
Arnold.
Hey, let's get this tough guy. Who does this? Arnold. And Arnold don't know how to
Last-
say no. Arnold, there is not one role Arnold turned down.
Last
Arnold
Action
be like,
Hero.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
Arnold.
His
I'll do
IMDb page is like this big.
Last Action Hero.
I'll be like, put
And
your
you
head
notice
down right now,
They
Arnold.
just get him for the visuals, the visual spectacle. Cause like he has no voice actor work. Like ain't nobody trying to get his voice
At all.
to characterize it because they know what they're gonna get. You gonna get that's Arnold.
Hey, we need someone to play Captain
It's like
Britain.
Kevin Hart. Like, why do you casting
Put your
Kevin
hand
Hart
down
to
right
do
now,
voice
Arnold.
acting? My man just that's what I hate when Hollywood just be like, we'll just get celebrities to voice act. Like voice acting and acting is totally different things.
It's different.
Like you
man.
like
You definitely
you
got to
take
have
somebody
a
like
voice actor.
Nolan North or something like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that man's an icon. Like how he can
Yeah.
do the Ghost from Destiny to I think he did Nathan Drake, right?
Yeah.
Now there's some exceptions like Nathan Fillion, like how he did Cade, and he can still do the
Yeah.
acting and all that stuff too. But Kevin Hart, Dwayne Johnson, like they're boring. Like when I heard Maui, I'm like, bro, this is The Rock. Like in Moana, like he's just.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know Dwayne Johnson? Like, of course, it's fucking Dwayne Johnson. Like, who else
They're
could
both
that
in
be? He's
Super
not even
Pets.
trying to do nothing. That's why I cannot watch Super Pets, bro. Like, somebody has to take a stand. Somebody has to let Hollywood know this ain't okay, man.
Somebody.
And if that's got to be me, goddamn it.
It's got, yeah,
If
it's
that's got
probably,
to
yeah,
be me, then
somebody.
it's got to be me.
It's got to be.
You're not getting my 1150 Hollywood.
SNN, man.
I want this on the house, Hollywood. Pay me to go see
Yes,
this.
man. If this, why you ain't just put this on HBO Max? Who the
Yes.
Like,
This is an HBO Max, straight to HBO Max stream thing, and I probably would have watched it. You know what I'm saying? Nope.
It wouldn't
You
hurt
trying to charge
nobody.
me money? You trying to charge me money for this? I just saw
Double
the
dip.
Batman, B. I just saw the
This is-
Batman.
This is
yeah.
for kids. That
Bar
is
is that
that
high.
is straight for kids.
Is it? Because who's taking kids to the theater to watch it? You gotta throw
I
something in there
don't
for
know,
the
man.
adults.
Those.
That is when you take them to the the matinee, and you drop their ass off.
That's
And while they watching
when I
that
tell
one,
them,
you
wait for this to
Peace
come on
out.
HBO Max.
Uh-huh.
Because it'll be on there within the month. I swear to God.
Yeah.
look. I'm telling
Because
you,
I mean, if
that's what my parents
if
used
the
to do. with me.
Batman, the Batman's about to be streaming HBO Max in the middle of April, 45 days
Yeah.
after the release. So I'm just like, boy, if Super Pets ain't in there 2 weeks after it drops, because I know that shit ain't gonna do no numbers.
at all.
No numbers.
Look, you know what?
Are y'all not
I'm gonna
tired
say
of this? I'm so tired of Kevin Hart and The Rock, bro. They're not.
Cash
Bro,
grab.
they be trying to act like they best friends on Instagram. Like, I'm tired of seeing them try to be funny together. Like, y'all aren't. You just
all.
aren't.
And Hollywood feeding
You're
into
not.
that.
Who?
Like, we'll just throw him in another movie.
Like, he
Fast
just be in the
Two.
movie, like Hobbs and Shaw, or whatever that
What
was.
you-
Like, it's just
come
Dwayne
on, man.
Johnson, Jason Statham. All of a sudden, Kevin Hart on the plane. Hey, I heard you guys talking. I think I need to tell you something. I think. What are you doing here? What are you? Like, the movie
Fast
is
and
already
Furious
cool. Like,
36.
bro, you're watching a Fast and Furious movie already knowing it's stupid, right? And you've accepted the fact it's stupid. But then you throw Kevin Hart in. That's where I draw the line. Ludacris, Tyrese in space, and a Pontiac. You know, okay, I'll buy that. Kevin Hart as an FBI agent. I'm out of here. You lost.
this is another one where it got me.
Kevin and
Hey.
Dwayne.
Hey, I need the arsenal, and then they break out the old Samoan weapons. What happened to the guns? I got rid of them all. You telling me you gonna take on guys with gats? And as the old boy said, I'm Black Superman. with
That wasn't his best
those
role.
type of
Oh, man.
weapons. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Bro, they put out an EMP that momentarily disabled the guns so that they can go out there with their shirts ripped off because they're Samoan, and that's how they got to fight, I guess. You know,
Oh,
and
Jesus
to
Christ.
bro,
I
I get it. You know, I get it. I get it. The Rock, you trying to pay homage to your lineage. You know what I'm saying? But do you? You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I came into this seeing the trailer where he was holding the helicopter, the chain from the helicopter, and the car at the same time, or whatever it was, to ensure they don't fall off. Like, I knew it was over the top. But the minute you threw Kevin Hart in there, I'm just like, I've had enough.
That's it.
I've had enough.
all
John
this other
Cena
shit
and
is
his mom.
believable. Kevin Hart, fuck that.
Hollywood
Kevin Hart
just don't
again,
give a
like-
flying fuck.
They don't.
They don't give a flying fuck.
I don't know if it's in the contract. Like, The Rock does a movie, and it's just like,
Kevin.
you know, you got to put Kevin Hart in this, right? Dwayne,
Look, you know what?
I hear you.
I'm gonna say this.
What?
Go ahead and let these cats get the movies and all the stuff that they're gonna do right now, because it's gonna be. Think about all the guys who they were in every movie for years, and then you don't see them anymore. So just imagine
That's what I'm
in a
waiting
new.
for. I'm
in
waiting
a
for
few-
Kevin Hart to just not be in the movies, bro. I'm looking around like y'all still think Kevin Hart's hot? All right. Y'all think he's the hot commodity in Hollywood? Okay.
They can't keep him
His
and
movies
Dwayne
don't really do
separate.
numbers. His movies really ain't doing numbers. But okay.
Hollywood truly believes they is. He's like, yeah, we get rich off Kevin and Dwayne.
Bro, they just keep trying to find his next sidekick. Because at first they try to keep putting him with Ice Cube and that ride along shit, right? And they were just like,
Yeah.
this shit ain't working. Nobody went to go see Ride Along 2. Next, Dwayne Johnson. We'll just keep putting him because he's big and he's short, right? Optically, it's
Yeah.
funny, right?
You know they're
You'll get a
talking
kick
about
out of
them
it.
two doing twins, right?
Doing
Right.
what?
The
Who was
old
that? Was that Will?
Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito movie. They're talking about
Jesus
them doing
Christ.
twins.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, I didn't know y'all heard that, but
Oh,
Man.
Jesus Christ. And
uh,
they're just going to keep doing it, oversaturating it, man. It's just oversaturation of Kevin Hart. And I get it. Like, Kevin Hart's
but I
model
mean,
or-
however they make
maybe
their
his
money.
mindset is, his mindset is, let me do what I can now while they're letting me, because sooner or later they're going to be like, you're not it, and then move on to the
Right.
next guy, which is why
Right.
Michael B. Jordan is doing all this stuff.
Oh,
Leave Michael B.
dang.
Jordan alone.
They're gonna get tired of him too.
Bro,
I don't
he's
know.
he's
They're-
climbing the
they're-
list.
They're running out of
Bro.
black actors, man. When
Do
there's
you
plenty of us.
remember?
You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember the movie Notorious?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
I forgot Anthony Mackie played Tupac in that movie, and
Yep.
it made me so mad. I just
He was
remembered
the
that.
corniest Tupac.
He hopped out the
ever.
car with a Thug Life tattoo and everything. I was
Oh my God, no! I
My
just
heart
remember
sank.
that too.
my heart
And I was
sank
just
in
like,
the water.
Mackie.
This further lets me know that I am right in my hatred towards Anthony.
is
Not
the
hatred,
This ain't Tupac,
But
this is the
it's-
Falcon.
bro. When he came
That-
around
that-
that
that
corner,
scene-
and he was like, Tupac was one of them. I was like, Anthony Mackie?
The
One
Falcon.
Pac, Tupac, three
He hopped
Pac,
out the
four.
car, ran up on Biggie, flashed his shirt, showed his gun in his pants, and it's just like,
Yep.
oh my God, this
He
is
was doing
not
the most.
Pac at all.
When you cast people who don't know how to be thugs to act like thugs, they do the fucking most, man. They do the most unbelievable rendition of thugs.
Oh my God.
Like, who
It's
is
like
really
we're
doing
watching.
that?
It's like we're watching Malibu's
Tennant.
Most Wanted again.
Oh,
Come on,
yeah.
I have beat.
Man, that movie had me cracking up though.
I have beat.
He tried so hard.
I'm so done with Hollywood.
Bro.
Their perception of black people is going to kill me someday.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna get me shot, Hollywood, because people are going to assume I have pistols on me at all times because I'm black.
They already trying to get to the other side of the road. I mean, when they see us walking, like, God dang.
Oh man.
I've had it.
I think your first
Crazy.
passion project should be Steel.
Oh my God.
We gotta save DC and Steel.
But cast
Just
Hey,
black
man.
superheroes as a whole. Like, just do
cast
the Ryan
somebody
Coogler
new.
thing. Also, did you see what happened to Ryan Coogler?
yeah, that
What
was
happened?
crazy.
Yo, they did call the cops on his ass.
Yo, what did I miss?
So they he came in with his debit card trying to withdraw some money. He
Where-
used his own PIN, his driver's license, and everything. Ryan Coogler.
And because he wrote on the back of the withdrawal slip, now he gave them his ID card, his bank card, and all that stuff. But he wrote on the back of the slip, this is for $12,000. Please
Can you
count
be
it
discreet?
elsewhere.
Yeah.
to
Count it
be
elsewhere, be
discreet.
discreet. Yeah.
Yeah, and
She was like,
here's
okay.
the bad thing: it was a
Push the
black
button.
teller he gave it to.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang, betrayal.
It was a black woman he gave it to,
The betrayal.
and it was a
He was
black
trying to be
owned
low
Bank of
key.
America.
Yep. He's trying to be low key because you in Atlanta.
Yeah.
There's hungry people in Atlanta. And if they see
Oh,
you
no,
taking
no,
out 12,000,
No, they are people in that. If they'd have saw him taking it out, they'd have robbed the whole damn bank in Atlanta. They
that's
get
what I'm
greedy,
saying.
man.
They're
Oh,
people. When I say hungry, I don't mean hungry like give me some
Oh,
couple
they-
bucks. Like hungry, like
Oh, they gutter.
I want your money. Yes.
Yeah.
I just saw you take that money out. I know you got it, my man.
The
I
headlines
appreciate what
would
you
have
did
been
for
like,
culture with Black Panther, but my stomach is empty. My kids is hungry. Come up off your shit. He didn't want no problems.
"Hey, look."
After you
The
rob him, right?
headlines
T'Challa.
The headlines would have been like, they'd have been like, "Oh shit, hold on, it's Ryan Coogler. That's
What
Black
kind of forever,
Panther.
my brother?
Hey, we still gonna rob you, but we gonna let you make it because you got to make part 2. Go on up there, and make
Right.
part 2. No, give me that 12,000. Oh,
Right.
give me that money. Run them jewels.
I'm gonna take the money, but I'm gonna let you live.
Run me them
We
shoes
gotta
too
see
while you at it.
What
Rest in
happens
peace,
on Black
Howard.
Panther too?
Now, don't fuck up on the second movie.
Please don't drop the ball.
But yeah, so he got arrested or detained because they were like, this dude's trying to rob the bank.
What the heck?
And I'm just like, Ryan Coogler does not need to rob any bank.
He is the bank.
He has money.
He has a
You-
miniature bank in his pocket.
If your bank was to get robbed, they would probably be taking his money.
Yeah.
Most of the money in that shit is probably his. But that's just me.
The bad thing is he gave them all his shit.
All
How
the
you
info,
gonna-
all the identification.
How you gonna give me How am I gonna give you my ID card, my bank card? You can see my stuff, and you think I'm robbing you. I gotta be the dumbest motherfucker
That's what
ever.
robbers do.
Like
That's what robbers do
barehanded
nowadays.
with no gun.
Fingerprints everywhere.
Accurate pin
while I'm
number
here.
for his own card.
I don't know. That shit made me feel some type of way. But see, this is what happens. Like when we don't fuck around for a while, we all get together, start cutting up, and then it'd be like a 3-hour show.
And like,
We gonna have to make this. We gonna have to release. This gonna be a 2-parter. This gonna have to be a 2-parter.
It's gotta be.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it because, like I said, man, I was wanting to talk about this shit for the longest, and we were sitting on it.
That's what's up.
So yeah, I'm glad we all got together and get on here and chop it up and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this was a good show for sure. For sure. Like even if
Gibbs,
we
you should
lost the
come through
topic,
more often, bro.
was that?
Yeah. What?
Gibbs should come
Yeah.
through more often, man.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll make an effort to come through more and more often.
Yeah. Chill with us, man.
Yeah, we'll try to coordinate with y'all schedule and try to get the one Saturday that y'all free and then get an episode ready to go.
I'm telling you, y'all gonna want to be here for freestyle day, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's when
What's
we just
freestyle
go off
day?
script. We just go off script, talk about everything, man. Everything nerd.
Oh, I'm with it because I'm a big nerd.
Oh,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
we could have talked Peacemaker on here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We could have
We could do
freestyle.
that. I know y'all talked about it, but we didn't get Gibbs.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Gibbs, I know you like Peacemaker, right? You a fan of it?
I love the TV show. I hate the character.
Yeah.
No, we talking
Fuck
TV
him
show.
in Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried to get him on the Boba Fett review, but we couldn't get him to watch the season finale.
Yeah. No.
Nah, we don't need that kind of negativity in our lives,
Yeah,
man.
man.
We don't need that kind of shit.
Look, you know what?
Y'all saw the Obi-Wan though.
Oh yeah. I'm ready for Obi-Wan.
Hayden's back, y'all. Hayden's
Are you
back.
are you ready to hate it? Are you gonna be going into
No.
this looking to hate it?
No.
All right.
Uh,
I don't want to see no
here's-
negativity from you, Rob. I want to see none of that shit.
Hold on, that might change after the first episode.
Oh man.
But I'm not going into it thinking I'm gonna hate it.
They got
I'm
the
going
Grand
into
Inquisitor,
Obi-Wan.
too.
Here's my point for this. There is nothing written before or no expectations as to what happened during this part in Obi-Wan's life. All we know is he dropped Luke off and he stayed around. That's it. There's a few stories out there, but basically they are carte blanche for doing whatever they want as long as it makes fucking sense. I'm here for it.
He's on Tatooine, right?
He's on Tatooine.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now, what they've got a problem is this is set 10 years after
Rebels?
Revenge of the Sith. So Luke is about 10 years old.
Yeah.
So
this is way after
Rebels is around here and all this stuff. So they may have some fallout and some stuff from that.
I
So
want to see that live action. I don't know if they're gonna
no
do it, but
Mandalorian
remember the scene from
crossover.
Rebels? When
no Mandalorian crossover.
no, I'm saying that scene from Rebels where Darth
Yeah.
Maul comes and finds Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's watching over Luke.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how old Luke was in that one, but that was probably one of my favorite moments of Rebels. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think they would reenact that shit. Like Darth Maul rolling up on Obi-Wan.
They may. Now they have listed this already as a limited series, so they're only looking at it being a one-shot series. 5-6 episodes, maybe 8 if we're lucky. I don't know.
What are you doing? An hour long?
I think so.
Please.
But I'm
If they
looking
come out
for
of here with
all
these
of
25-minute episodes, I'm gonna be upset.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would piss me off. But I'm here for all of that. Because there's so much that they can do with it, and I'm here. Now that's saying if they come with some booty water, I'm gonna tell it.
They brought the Grand Inquisitor into the fray too, so it's gonna be a wild ass show to watch.
I've been waiting on this like for a while.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Because we'll cut one of the topics off. I don't have no issues with that. And shoot, for Batman,
we gonna make this a two-parter, baby.
Yeah.
A two-parter.
Okay.
So we good.
Episode 4 is gonna be pretty wild too, because April got a lot of content.
All right. So what are we doing for episode 4? Like
episode 4, like in April, we have like Morbius, Shield Hero. We have a whole lot of stuff going on.
Okay. Oh, and Morbius come out on the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
Oh, you know what? Moon Knight is on the 30th, so that's basically April.
Oh,
so we can talk about Moon Knight. We can talk about Jujutsu.
So we're gonna knock out 2 birds with one stone.
We can do just about anything we want with episode 4. It's gonna be wild.
All right.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
We just gotta coordinate with everybody's schedule and pick the best Saturday for people to show up, and then we all set.
I'll be here for
we off to a good start, man. 3 episodes in, 3 months down. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad I finally got on.
Yeah. Definitely glad you did, man.
It's nice having you and Mac on the show.
Yes.
It's been a minute. I had to take a break, man. You know, Black is moving towards Texas, so me and Rob was gonna do Smoke Pit yesterday, but then I knew we was gonna talk about some nerd stuff today, so I was like, man, let's just roll it over to Saturday. And I didn't know we was gonna take over y'all shit and make it 3 hours. I'll talk on that. Normally Deontay and Will, they be on a schedule and they got a good flow and stuff with them too.
No, look, I'm here for it.
I had the night off from work. I'm straight.
Right. I'm all here for it.
Yeah, I have.
The longer the better.
I was ready to cut up.
The more the merrier.
Look, I'm okay with it. I'm gonna just get hazed when I walk out this room. My wife's gonna be like, nerds. Embrace it. I do. As I tell her, you
breathe it
married
in.
me.
Embrace the dark side.
You knew what this was. You see my shirt, woman? You see my shirt?
Oh, look.
Millennium Falcon.
I gotta get another shirt though.
Let me tell you, she really realized that probably after we were leaving from Las Vegas to go down to Florida, and I was wearing this hat, driving in my Durango, and waving my lightsaber out the car while I'm driving.
Yeah.
It was at this point she knew.
He knew.
You fucked up.
You like to back out now?
She's still with it though. She's still with it.
That's all right. My future wife might have to put up with me in my Cad Bane outfit every now and then, because I'm gonna wear that at least twice a week.
Don't come pick me
You
up.
Gonna fuck around. Come down the aisle at the wedding
me up
with
in
it.
And
Put a blaster out on her.
Be like, you got a suit for the wedding? I got a suit.
I'm gonna have like one of these.
You're ready for one final lecture.
She's gonna turn the corner and see you in that suit.
I've been working on my voice impression of him
He's
too.
gonna have a bow tie.
Yeah.
I show up to the wedding and shoot the pastor.
He gonna try and do the voice.
Oh no!
I do take her. You gotta talk through your teeth. You may now say your vows.
Who's that with the blue face and the red eyes? Oh, that's my fiance.
Your best man gonna be Admiral Thrawn.
I'm watching episode 8 probably not tonight, but I'm watching episode 8.
Bro, all you need to know is old buddy with the super Inspector Gadget eye does that spin move with the blaster.
Yo, I saw that clip. I saw that little clip, and I said, "What the?" I said, "Come on!"
He carrying a whole Wookiee. He bracing up a Wookiee, and then these two dudes come around the corner. He's like, Hold on, guys. Bow, bow. With the smallest blaster. Bow, bow.
And with the small,
They get hit. They're like, oh god. And then he goes back to
Drop it
carrying
low.
old buddy.
Look, y'all will know when
Like,
I
I would have been
watched
like,
it.
you couldn't just shoot him while carrying the Wookiee, nigga. Like, what you?
He spinned
Pow,
and
pow.
dropped
Why
it
you-
low.
Wait. He was already facing that way, and he did a spin
Yes.
move.
Did you
And
not
drop it
see it?
low.
Like, he gets out and does the spin move, drops to a knee, pop, pop. Style points. You up here playing
Okay,
Devil
you
May
got it
Cry,
too hard.
trying to get style points and shit.
The least you can do is watch it for Cad. Just watch it for Cad.
Yep.
Okay.
Him-
Yeah, just
him and
watch it,
Bowler
bro.
did they
Just
thing.
watch
Y'all
it.
will know
Just
when
to
I
be like
watch
you
it.
watched
Y'all
it.
will know when I watch it. y'all will definitely know when I watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
It don't
Oh,
like. I don't even think you could put that on Filoni, bro. At that point, it's just like the characters and all the story. Like he's just like, man, just wrap this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, just wrap this shit up.
He did it.
Wrap this
He
up. Let's get
started
ready
it.
for Obi-Wan.
This
I
is
went
all
back
his
to watch.
fucking fault. Oh, punk ass.
The first few
Filoni.
episodes was dope though, man. Like the first, I give it like 3, maybe 4. Like I was still fucking with it. I think that was episode 3 or 4 where they like at the end they hinted toward the Mandalorian. Then you got the Mandalorian episode, which I was here for, like just the one, just to be like, old buddy about to come through, and then all of a sudden it turned into Mandalorian season 2 part B. You know what I'm saying? Or
It
season
just
3
went downhill
prelude
from
or
there.
whatever it was. I'm like, boy, this is heavy Mandalorian, bro.
Ride it like a
Disney-
bouncer. Ride it like a bouncer. That's what.
This is heavy
Come
on
on,
the
bro.
Mando.
Come on, man.
Anyway, look, we get sidetracked. We get sidetracked
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, we'll see.
Um,
We'll keep talking. All right. I'm sorry.
What
Yeah.
were you convene?
Go ahead-
what
go
were you
ahead and-
convene on all this trash talk? Shoot, y'all got any final
ahead, man.
thoughts though?
Appreciate you guys bringing me on, man. I know it's been a while. We've been away, but buckling down. We're gonna get these podcasts out audio wise, so y'all can listen to them. Get our YouTube channel squared away. We tried to do some extra content on YouTube, and it was just like the people from TV Tokyo was just like, I swear to God, y'all post something else, we gonna shut all your shit down. I saw that email, bro. I was like,
That email was rough.
I was like,
They had
oh
enough of
shit, YouTube said, I swear to God. Post another fucking anime clip in here. See what happens. I was like,
We gonna show y'all beat
we'll
down.
find
right
another
now.
way.
Yeah, we did everything though, man. We tried to.
The next beatdown breakdown will be your ass.
Right.
As we come and beat
Now, as you see, Matt comes
YouTube
in
at our
with
house.
with the sweetest of rights on YouTube.
Right. But nah, that's all we got, man. And then of course, anytime y'all want to pop up on the smoke pit, man, let us know. We'll probably be on hiatus probably till next week whenever Matt gets settled in over in Texas.
Okay.
But that's all I got, man. What you got for him, Gibbs?
Hey, brothers, thanks for letting me come on and spend some time with you guys. Chop it up. Again, rest in peace, Ash, my boy. Euphoria. Y'all let me get some stuff up off of my chest. Man, you brothers doing good stuff, and I love being part of it. Hey, thanks for letting me be a part of the Saturday Night Nerds.
You're welcome, man.
When
Anytime.
schedules deconflict and everything else, man, I sure love to come back.
Anytime.
Show, man. We definitely appreciate y'all being here tonight. Will, what you got for us?
Me and Deontay been talking about it since like the beginning of this year, but definitely new merch designs. Hopefully, later on this year. Maybe a Cad Bang T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Hoodie, and maybe a Venom. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, everybody loves Venom. But anyways, just I'm glad we could do this, man. Like I said, it's like nights like these that makes me like want to keep going doing this, man, because it's so much fun, and especially if we get more participation, like people joining in the discussion, man. Like I like having discussions like these. You know what I'm saying? Like we have fun doing them, and like that's the whole goal, is to bring people together and just nerd out, have fun, and be the biggest nerd you can be. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate everybody for backing us, and God bless y'all, man. Thank you. So that's all I got.
No doubt.
Yeah. All I gotta say is follow us on Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channels, hang out with us on Twitch, and we will see you again around April. And stay tuned for the announcement. If you ain't a part of the Facebook group, join us. It's easy to find. Saturday Night Nerds, SNN, and then we got some more content that will impress you guys with, and also follow Smoke Pit, the podcast, that feeling podcast. Look for us on Facebook. They got merch websites and Patreons that you need to get involved with, and show some love to our fellow podcasters and content creators.
Oh,
that's
speaking of that, content creators, I know Gibbs. I know we still standing by on Words for Comic Wars. If y'all haven't followed them on YouTube, he's got already numerous episodes on there. Him and his son debating some of the kind of more debatable questions. Who's better? Who's the best villain? Who's the best Robin? Like things like that. That you would probably just have a small conversation with, but just to see that interaction and somebody actually taking the time to discuss and actually debate and look all that stuff up is good. It's Comic Wars, and just Comic Wars, just searching on YouTube, you'll find the channel. I know he's going to bring it back. The first season is done, so keep that on your radar as well. He's doing big things.
Hey, thanks for that shout out. Yeah, me and my son are definitely talking about it. We're on a little hiatus, but season 2 will definitely come out, and we plan on bringing in a little bit more different content, and probably wanting to get access to some of the Comic-Cons and set up booths and stuff there. So we've got big plans.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Down for that. Oh, Cape is having a Comic-Con too on April 2nd and 3rd, so you might be able to get some bonus content from me and Will on that one as well. Stay tuned for that.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
But that's all I got. So we got all our party shouts out the way. We thank everybody for showing up and showing out with us. We will see you guys in April for episode 4. And stay blessed, stay dirty, stay safe.
Yep.
Saturday Night Nerds, we out.
Peace.
Peace.